Salutations. Welcome to the Cars, Bars, and Guitars podcast episode
110.
I'm AJ.
And I'm Steve.
And that's Mac.
Hi,
Howdy.
Mac.
Hey, Mac. Welcome back for the fourth, at least the fourth.
Yep. It's four.
It's
yeah,
four?
for
Okay.
sure. Can confirm.
Okay.
Excited to be here. Thanks
Cool.
for having me, guys.
Sweet. Yeah, it's like last minute. I was like, I wonder if Mac is Mac is available.
I was just chilling.
Yeah. Well, Steve, what are we brought to you today by?
The Subaru Outback Sport Utility Sedan is back, Jack, in the new form of the Toyota Crown. What and why in the hell?
Uh-huh.
Especially releasing any sort of new sedan on the U.S. market nowadays.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
Woof.
Yeah.
You know, interesting. I'm actually kind of I'm interested to see what they do. Like I saw the lineup of cars, and they're pretty cool looking. But I don't know. We'll see.
I'm with Steve on this one because Steve doesn't like sedans, but I do see a purpose
I
for
love
them.
sedans, yo.
I see a purpose for them, but nobody's buying them. So
Yeah.
I can't imagine that being the straw that breaks the back of we're going to get people to buy sedans again.
We killed the Avalon. Let's bring back a lifted Avalon.
Ugh. If you're going to bring back the sedan, the TLX is the way to bring the sedan back because that thing is fucking hot.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
no stick, so don't care.
Yeah.
I call that car a stillborn.
Well-
See also the Volkswagen Ayrton. Mm-hmm. I think we killed the Passat, but here's this: they sold 7 this year.
And then Senna died, so now we're calling it. Woof. Well, Mac,
Yikes.
what are you drinking?
I have
It's
got a
since
hell or
1994.
high watermelon from 21st.
Which is a great brew. I've always liked the brewery name. And Steve, what did you bring for the crowd?
The triple pack of Firestone Walker Mind Haze. So I've got the Tiki Smash, Tropical Crush, and Citrus Cyclone IPA mix packs.
Man, I gotta go Tiki Smash. Like I really feel like I have to.
Did you make Tiki mad?
No, but you wouldn't like Tiki when he's mad. And Mac, you also brought some whiskey.
I did. Ooh, this one's a nice one. It's a 1792 small batch.
I've had it before and I love it.
Oh man,
If it's been a little over a year, Steve, I'm not sure if we've had this on air before. I always said it like a giant bottle of cologne.
it does look like a giant bottle of cologne. No,
I got our whiskey tasters from Stranahan's from
yeah.
Denver when I was there.
Your Tiki Smash?
Thank you for smashing me, Steve. Meow.
I'd say anytime.
crack that open.
It's your bottle. You crack it
Fair
open.
play.
And I think after the weather this week, I'm going to have me a Citrus Cyclone.
Sweet. Well, we can have a hopsicle or hopicle.
Hopicle?
Hopsicle.
The packaging was not conducive to reading that properly.
Well, Mac, if you're going to pour yourself a pour, that's a generous one.
Tis.
Oh,
I mean,
Mac's doing the pouring. So.
yeah. I'm in.
tip this over so it's not blocking Mac.
Okay. Good call.
Yeah,
That happens once in a while.
Thanks, sir.
sir.
See the donated the charity slice he gave me? After he gave himself the big gulp.
Listen.
That's all right. It's a bot. I mean, we can have refills. It's like
Yes.
sitting inside a McDonald's.
Hey, push come
I
to
didn't
shove,
know
my
how-
AAA just renewed, so just tow us back home.
Right.
Do you have a trailer hitch?
Yeah.
No, that's the whole point of AAA. That
Never mind.
I keep
I'm
joking like, yeah.
thinking. I'm using the metric system today, man.
To answer the Sam Kinison bit from 1988, how was supposed to get your car back from the bar? Well,
Well, thank you, Mac. And
Slancha.
yes, sir.
speaking of slancha, my folks get back from Scotland tomorrow.
1792 is so good.
So good. Shout out to Mike Jenna. He got me that for my birthday
Oh yeah, 1, 2,
like
3.
a year ago.
Yeah.
I should have waited.
How was the Hell or High Watermelon treating
It's
you?
beautiful. It's so good.
It's a good pool beer.
You know what? Hell or High Watermelon started out by not having a lot of watermelon in it, I recalled. But they have, year over year, gotten so much better with it. It's a nice
Well,
mixture now.
it took a while to figure out how to stop using the rind.
You know, when I see that, it's like, hey, this is watermelon flavored. I'm like, yeah, which part of it?
Which part?
The seed, the rind. Like, it's like, hey, this is apple flavored.
Yeah,
Juice core.
Skins?
To quote a Seinfeld opening, yeah, science has now built us the seedless watermelon because was such a difficult thing to do.
Have you guys seen what a watermelon looks like from like the 14 and 1500s?
No.
It's gnarly.
Yeah?
Please look it up.
Is it super scary?
It's very much like, it looks like the Simon game on the inside, except it's all pink in color and not bright, like neon red, like, you know. Now, granted, I wouldn't have eaten it back then. So GMOs, you saved the day. I'm going to eat it now. But because you know what GMOs are bad for? Nothing. There's no proof. But it's not that kind. Oh, I got not into it, but there was a lady at Trailst Brewing when I was playing there, and we were talking about birthdays. I'm on mic too, and she's like, "When's your birthday?" I was like, "I'm February 13th." She goes, "You are such an Aquarius." I'm like, "Actually, I identify as dinosaur." She's like, "Well, what do you mean?" I'm like, "It's not real because none of them are real. It doesn't matter when you. It doesn't." She's like, "Well, no, it's." I was like, "Sorry." Thanks for playing, but it's just not.
And then you started playing that song from Hair, didn't you?
I should have.
This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius.
Mac, you're not a astrological.
I can't say no. And I was told that like I was in between when they established a new sign. Did you? I can't remember when that was. It was years back. But
That when Ace of Base did it?
I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, I've never really. I identify as a Pisces because that's the date, but that's the only reason.
Yes,
like,
you are a Pisces because you were born in the time frame that Pisces is a thing.
Yeah.
Steve, you're a Capricorn?
No.
One before it. Sagittarius?
Yes, and you know what? You don't have to be that to enjoy the show Archer, which comes back next month.
Is it going to be normal Archer, or is it going to be a weird thing?
It's been back to normal.
Okay.
I'm now 3 seasons behind watching it, but yeah, it's now back to normal.
I really couldn't get into Outlaw Country, and I couldn't get into Vice.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get into it. I liked the original format, but I mean, I guess if you do the original format forever and ever and ever, you become The Simpsons.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. Well, they have Archer in space, Archer on a desert island, and now it's like Archer's out of his coma, and then it's back to whatever it is they're doing. But I haven't seen anything after the 1940s series that was too dark for my liking. Season 8 was really messed up.
Darker than Steve likes.
Yeah.
It's like the animated series version of Fast and Furious. Like they're, they've gone to space. They've gone to the.
Well, they already call out the James Bond likeness in the beginning of the series, and then things just go completely off the rails.
Yep.
Coke pun not intended. Coke shirt not intended.
Nice.
Never mind, I finished a bubbly, which is a Pepsi product before this.
Your secret's safe with me. And actually, you know what? The red shirt with the black sleeve and neck liner is actually a good look on T-shirts. I think there should be more of those.
I think this is the only Wrangler tee I have.
Oh, really?
And this
is that what you call that?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
If I recall correctly, that's when your T-shirt's not really a T-shirt.
Hey, well.
Your T-shirt's not really an amateur.
All right.
This is when Kohl's was moving from the University area to Concord Mills, that the entire store was half off. So that's when I picked up this and the Dr. Pepper shirt.
Nice.
And the Dr. Pepper logo on that one is very worse for wear a few years later.
I've ruined.
So darn, I have to go spend $8 on another one on something I still don't drink much of.
Diet Dr. Pepper's what my gateway drug into diet drinks was, because Diet Dr. Pepper really fucking does taste.
It was
like
Cher advertising it, wasn't it?
Maybe. But they still have the cherry chocolate Dr. Peppers and weird shit like that at CVS. I almost said Eckerd because I'm 100 years old.
You know what's funny about all of that is you guys have y'all read into like New Coke? Do you remember?
Y'all
lived it.
That was
literally lived it. That was a dividing time, right? I want to know about that.
It was that and Crystal Pepsi. It was
shit.
Lawless
it was like the
wasteland.
fiasco of like
Crystal
1985
Pepsi.
soda and 1990 soda, and then Crystal Pepsi came back and then vanished again in a hurry. Never got on to having it second go around, and frankly, don't care.
You can still find it on eBay, and it's probably gross.
Yikes! Have you ever had a diet soda that's well beyond its expiration date?
Yeah.
The aspartame goes bye-bye, so you're just left with carbonated water, and a very metallic taste to it.
Gives up. Yeah.
So it's LaCroix?
Yeah,
even boringer.
I'll
Oddly enough, there is a soda-flavored LaCroix.
dirty soda machine.
It's awful. It's not even caffeinated. It's so bad.
Remember, you just bring it to you if you want to just chill out.
Yeah.
Relax.
There we go.
Guys, today I didn't even realize it's National Ice Cream Day.
Congratulations.
You scream.
I'm screaming.
I had one of the Oreo. I had the last Oreo bar. Have you ever had the Oreo on a stick bar that has the cookies and cream ice cream with the Oreo chocolate? Oh, it's
You better call CDC. This thing's sick.
yes.
Oh yeah.
So, what is our since it's National Ice Cream Day? Favorite ice cream?
Okay.
Now, it can be an ice cream bar. It could even be a popsicle, or it could just be like a flavor or something you've had, maybe like a cone or a milkshake or something. Favorite ice cream? Actually, no, it can't be a popsicle because popsicle's not ice cream. I'm a fucking moron. But milkshakes are.
Whatever frozen concoction that helps you hang on.
No, it's not frozen concoction hang on day. It's ice cream. So,
It's not
Margarita flavored ice cream.
so should we?
It's
should
not
we
National
leave
Jimmy
out,
Buffett Day.
should we leave out milkshakes then and just do straight up ice cream? Since it's national.
Honestly, whatever you feel,
sure.
go crazy. If it has ice cream in it,
well,
I think
for
it
what's worth,
counts.
what goes in a milkshake?
Is
Fucking ice cream.
So-
Yeah, you know.
You sort of $5 shake. That's milk and ice cream, right?
Jeez. Yeah.
All right. I'm not going first.
Okay, I'll go first.
What you got?
Mint Oreo Blizzards.
Ooh, I was gonna go
Which-
with either mint chocolate chip or cookies and cream.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just
Well,
a
this
mixture
concludes
of both.
episode 110, guys.
Honestly, we concur. That's it.
No,
we
we're-
concur.
We're not ordering for you, Mister. I don't like mint.
Yes. Yeah. I gotta say, just old fashioned, either cookies and cream or butter almond. Just something.
Interesting.
Just,
Butter almonds is good.
It's just. I would just honestly, you don't even need to put the almonds or the pecans in it. If you just made butter ice cream, I'd probably eat it.
That flavor is so rich you can remember it. Just on, I feel like. If
Actually, I
you've had
changed
it
my
before.
mind. Instead of that, it's either cookies and cream or cake batter ice cream. I almost always
batter
get.
fudge. Yeah.
Almost always get it when we go somewhere.
Yeah.
If I don't feel like cookies and cream. Maggie, you remember Maggie Moo's in university?
Ooh, yeah, I do.
It was over there near what's the name of that?
It was the Grand Promenade.
Yeah, it was right-
It
almost
was on
right-
the
Oh, yeah,
bottom
the,
level.
Oh, the place where all the stores used to
sorry.
be.
yes,
But for some reason, is the fucking pizza joint still there?
pizza joint.
I think it's
Yes,
What's it called?
It actually no. They've swapped it out. It's a sports bar, and that has succeeded. That's just
it's a
held
sport-
up.
What,
I think it was
Picasso's?
Picasso's. Yeah, I thought it was a pizza.
Yeah,
joint.
Picasso is. Oh, is you know what they do pizza? Sorry, yeah.
I don't. Maybe it's not necessarily a pizza joint, but
because
it's
there was another pizza restaurant
Instead of
in
Don't
there
Don't Pizza.
before then.
Interesting.
I feel like.
It was. I've always liked the food and the ambiance there, but like there was nobody ever there.
Right.
Maybe because the parking was awful.
The parking is weird, and also the traffic around it is insane. That's a really cool shopping center, and you could probably spend a good amount of time in it. But getting there, getting inside, and getting parked, and like being parked in a centralized area because it's a big, I don't know, L shape, but not even.
Yeah.
It kind of like
It's like a
W.
cursive L.
Yeah, it's like
There's supposedly a parking deck in there somewhere that I've never used, and it's
it's at the bottom of the hill, so you have to walk up like 3 stories, a 3-story building size hill to get
it's
to
a monster.
Let's
But
get to
they used to do karaoke at Buffalo Wild Wings. It's no longer there. Used to burn way too much time and money at Last Word, which moved, and now it's no longer there. Thai House is still there, still fantastic.
holding it down.
I think For Real may still be there, but I remember getting really sick there
That place is gross.
15 years
Sorry.
ago. That was
Never been.
not a strong contender. In the
There's a
Vietnamese
bunch of
food
good stuff
front.
around here,
Came with Ben Tom the other night. That's been our go-to since Saigon Bay kicked the bucket.
You're eating barbecue tonight, right?
No. I got that earlier, and I ended up they didn't put my sandwich in, so I didn't even eat that.
So you don't have dinner plans.
Yeah, no.
So, well, Steve does. So I guess you and I are going somewhere.
Could figure it out.
Yeah, I think we can.
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
work it into our schedule.
Yeah, So, sorry, fellas. I've got me a prime rib to make after Prime Days.
Damn.
Find the darndest stuff at Lowe's Foods for $8 a pound.
Prime Day was selling ribs.
No, this just happens to be a time and space joke. Like I spent zero money on Amazon.
There,
Once again, like
Actually, I got some big news for you guys on that front.
what?
Uh-oh. Yo, I bought a racing wheel and a mount.
you need to tell Steve. You told me at Crunkleton.
I did tell you. That was the day of.
You bought yourself a virginity harness. Way to go.
You know,
We're all
good
married.
thing
We
I
don't get laid
secured
anymore.
that W already. Then I'm set. You know. But I'm 2 days in, probably like 3 or 4 hours behind the wheel, and I'm doing F1 exclusively right
Jeez.
now. So it's the hardest one to get started on, but also it's so much fucking fun. it would blow your mind. So
is it worth having that make the experience
yes,
that much? I figured it would.
Does. Trying to control an F1 car with one thumbstick is very difficult, especially at high speed, which essentially you're doing very macro movements constantly in order to keep in. Realistically speaking, like when you're driving a car on the road, you have micro corrections that you're doing all the time. It's just sped up with an F1 car, so you're like constantly jiggling, which with a wheel you can actually handle all of that. So it's nuts.
This conversation's really turning me on.
Does that one have force feedback too?
Yes. Cool. It has force feedback. It's like a metal mount that
basically clamps on the desk.
It doesn't even clamp. It folds out. Like it's a stand that you screw in the wheel, and then the pedals go at the bottom. So there's pedals on this thing too. And so you're supposed to be driving with 2 feet in F1. I was doing it with one yesterday. So I learned that lesson pretty quick, but also getting your left braking foot trained.
Left foot braking's tricky.
God, that shit hurts, bro.
Yeah, otherwise I'm used to left foot clutching, which is just bash the shit out of it.
Exactly.
I do right foot clutching and left foot gas.
So you're just out here.
Yeah, just always cross leg.
Not even JDM would do that, man.
See, now Mac he just answered the question that I was going to ask, because in racing game, if you don't have a wheel, do you use the joystick? Mm-hmm. I use the D-pad because was used to Nintendo and SNES.
Yeah.
That when I played a racing game, I just got used to it. I can't use the joystick. I tried it in Gran Turismo, and I cannot steer with the joystick, even though it's supposed to be easier. I just can't do it.
I'd be interested to see what a current gen racing game would feel like on a D-pad, because I've never raced on a D-pad.
Really? You've
never
only used
a Super Nintendo exclusive,
not
like a Mario Kart.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's also 30 years ago.
But everything that's come out since, so like Xbox is when Forza started, and that was like the Gran Turismo of Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first introduction, and it was always thumbstick from there.
Yeah.
And also like shifting X and B, up shift, down shift, clutch, all that.
Right.
Nuts.
It's so I've tried to use the D-pad with like Gran Turismo 3, and I'm like I'm just running off the road. I can't do it.
It's crazy. You have to have that full control on it to be able to have that 180 degree kind of rainbow situation of how much you want to turn it, instead of just full left or full right, because that's kind of how it registers.
You have a racing seat?
No.
You want a racing seat now, don't you?
Now I do, but I figured out that if I stick a towel under my office chair, Top Gear, top tip, save yourself some money. Stick a towel underneath your office chair and it won't move.
That's fair.
And you just need a chair that doesn't move. And it's still because it's on a,
casters.
Yes, it's on casters. It's gonna wiggle a little bit, but you can also brace yourself with the wheel and all that.
You know what?
Or take the wheels off.
Yeah.
You know what you could do? Like, you probably could go to a junkyard and find like a car seat with a decent
if you
bolstering.
If you were to find a seat like out of an Integra GSR,
that'd
be perfect.
I was going to say Prelude. You can probably find a wrecked ass. The Preludes had pretty good bolstering in them, and they're no power. They'd be lightweight. You could get it out. It's probably 4 bolts.
It's the matter of being able to break it down quickly and easily.
Sir, I will help you do that.
Oh man, so this mount actually folds and stands on its own with the wheel and the pedals like Allen wrenched in. So you don't have to get shit out every time, and you literally put it down where you're folded out where you're going to be, and you plug in a USB port and a power port, and you're ready to rock. Like,
cool.
It's nuts. It's so cool.
This is why I can't get if I get into anything, I just can't halfway do it. I have to get all. So I'm not playing anything new.
And that's the thing. Like, this is an expensive hobby. And I'll say I got a really good discount. Like Prime Day was popping. They had a Logitech G920, which is like the most standard racing wheel I feel like I've heard about in gaming. It is a little bit smaller than a regular size wheel, so you kind of feel like Donkey Kong a little bit. You're like, but it is I mean, the feedback is excellent. You got like metal shifters, like the flappy shifters. You've got a clutch pedal. You've got all your pedals with force feedback on those as well. And the brake is so fucking stiff right now. I'm stamping on it and not getting full pressure at first. So like they built this thing to last forever. So I'm fucking gassed. I could talk about that for an hour. Seriously.
You know what? It's fun. It's not. It's a lot of money, but it's not a waste of money if it makes you happy.
True.
And you enjoy it, and you're not hurting anybody.
Yeah, and no BS. Like it's usually the wheel is $300. The mount would have been another $150. I bought the wheel for $190, and Amazon was doing a deal. You sign up for the credit card, you get a $150 gift card.
Wow.
I was like, well, I'm just going to get this shit for free then, and I applied for it, got approved, got the $150. I cut the price in half, pretty much.
Okay.
So
you just totally hip hop parade.
yeah.
Oh, hey.
It was awesome though. And had it in the house in 3 days. So
nice.
I'm gassed.
I'm buying Jeep parts.
Pull Apart has a 92 Prelude and a 94 Prelude.
Oh my God,
that'd be perfect. the 92 and 94 would be the perfect racing seat. Those are cool, comfortable seats.
I know.
So check out row 303 and row 325.
Oh, I love Pull Apart. I love going to Pull Apart.
Unfortunately, fun to just walk around.
There are never any Wranglers in Pull Apart.
Oh fuck no.
There's Grand Cherokees.
They're all flipped, dude. What do you mean?
Well, people.
Remember that time we saw a Cherokee where the roof was cut off of it?
Yes. The decals have no problem, and then upside down it says problem.
That's good shit. Yeah.
But there's never any, because as soon as they get wrecked or something, somebody buys them, bends them back, and turns them into rock crawlers.
Yeah.
Like immediately.
Which I can appreciate that recyclability. Like, you don't want that shit just sitting in a junkyard.
Yeah, and I'll say the paint, like, my paints, and Jeep must really, like, put extra clear coat. I think they know people take them to places. So, like, brush and everything hits. So, like, the paint on that's pretty fucking stout, actually. On the metal, at least. The plastic, it's plastic. So you can't do so much.
Let's get some Forever Black or Rhino Line the black parts.
Well, it's the front grille, and I thought about painting my front grille black like the Willis, but then I think it might be too much black and white. It's already panned out. I don't know. I'll show you a picture.
What you mean? You just kind of go.
Just
full
don't make it
bore once
angry.
you do that though. So you just go crazy.
Well, also I bought the grill I have with the black inserts for that contrast. If I was going to paint the grill black, I'd just buy my old grill back that I sold and just paint it black. But the guy who bought that and my side steps, I sold both of them to him for $100. He relisted them on Craigslist for $300.
Son of a bitch. Hey, if you're listening, go fuck yourself.
Oh, I just search for it every week, and I just mark it as spam, so they take it down.
Attaboy.
Oh, yes. You still on Pull Apart?
Yeah, it's very Grand Cherokee heavy.
Well, there's a lot of them.
Uh-huh.
That is the number one selling SUV of all time, I think, still. Isn't it?
Can I tell you, my brother-in-law had one. It was a piece of junk. He sold it.
Really?
Yeah.
He probably had the 5.2 liter
He had
V8.
he had the like. It was like a late, I think like an early 2010s, possibly.
Oh, I don't like that body.
I don't either, and I don't think he did either.
Or would that have had a 380 in it?
Maybe. Well, I don't know. That's a good point.
That would be after the end of the 4.0.
Yeah, because they had the 4 or the
5.9.
5.9. They had the 5.2, the 318 V8 in it in a while, but
I think it was because of transmission problems. That's what
FCA Stellantis
boy howdy
kind of. They build the rest of the car and then they go, stick something in it. So like 2 years you could get a Wrangler with the 4-liter V8 inline 6. Good Lord. You could get a Wrangler with a 4-liter inline 6 and the 6-speed manual instead of the 5. However, it's the one time I will tell you to not get that transmission because it's a Mercedes-made transmission. Because Daimler Chrysler was the thing in the mid-2000s, and it's very much known to not be reliable. The AX-15 that I had in the Cherokee was as reliable as a hammer.
Oh, yeah.
So there was that.
That's the thing. Just get a good one.
I actually destroyed my hammer at work while assembling a charging cabinet, having to get these metal plates to stick into place. Like, it chipped the shit out of the
Jesus Christ, Thor. Calm down. It chipped the hammer?
Yeah, it chipped the finish on the hammer.
Jesus.
It's like, this thing's brand new, and I'm already killing it.
Where'd you get the hammer from?
It's a Craftsman through Amazon because work said, "Hey, go order this stuff so you have tools at work." So it made a horrendous noise too. It was rather fun building that cabinet.
So off air, I told you I fixed the wheel speed sensor. Was super fucking easy. Even easier now because I went to Harbor Freight. $30 off of their 3-ton Pittsburgh car jacks.
Yeah, boy.
And it jacked the Jeep up this far off the ground in 3.5 pumps.
Yep.
Nice.
1,
Sturdy.
2, 3, and then bam, it was up. Instead of this.
Yeah.
Because the jack I gave Steve, when I sold the S2000, I was like, I don't need a low-profile jack anymore because all our vehicles have good ground.
Higher profile.
So it wouldn't even jack it up like the Jeep. So it wouldn't even jack up the Cherokee. So
You know what's funny as hell is that I actually had to jack up my car for an oil change twice. Or no, once recently. And I used the onboard jack.
oh, the scissor jack.
When I have the actual pump jack in the house,
Yeah.
I like, but also that thing is heavy as shit.
Oh,
and
really?
when you don't have a garage to like just you drag it off from the side, it's like you have to pull it out of the closet. You have to bring it down the hall. And I mean, it's fucking what, 40, 50 pounds? Like, you know, it's,
For the floor jack, yeah, mine's 60 pounds. I
yeah,
think.
they're heavy as shit. And it's just like, I don't want to do all that.
I got
And,
a 3-ton jack for a 2-ton car though.
Yeah.
but overkill.
nothing wrong with it.
Yeah,
Get it done.
yeah.
Get it done fast.
Here
Get it
to do
done
work.
easy.
Speaking of wheels, I finally got the 5-spoke Camry wheels on my car.
Hell yeah.
I'm not completely thrilled with the way the flat black and the clear coat being a satin coating looks very strange, so I need to reevaluate that.
Yours
but
is a 17.
What about a gloss?
I just wanted something just
Black,
just-
so it
with-
doesn't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it's,
I get
it's
that.
just going to get covered in brake dust. So I figured, like, give it enough
True.
time, it's just going to look like shit anyway.
Yours is a 17.
Yeah.
I
So it takes the 114 by 5s, not 100 by 5s.
still don't know
so
why you didn't like
finally-
the stock wheels.
I just don't, and I still don't. You want to put those on your Jeep? Nope. Super.
Are they 17s? Are they
Uh-huh.
5 by?
It's the
Oh,
the 114s.
Mine's not 14.
Are just probably bigger.
120. Yeah, mine's a 5 by 1. Mac, Steve and I don't disagree on a lot of automotive stuff, but he didn't like the stock wheels on his. I like those stock wheels.
Those wheels are actually pretty cool, dude.
I like them.
I
Is
like-
it the color or the design?
because my wheels actually look a lot like that.
Yeah.
yeah, they do.
And so the ones on Caitlin's car.
yeah, they do.
I'm biased.
I like them.
I know when I first saw the sign I am and now, it's like, that's neat. I don't like the wheels. I just I can't pinpoint it. Don't.
And you're like
no, that's fair.
well, you're like me too. You like OEM wheels. I don't really love aftermarket wheels on a lot of stuff. No matter how good it looks, I would rather stick with OEM. The ones I have on the Jeep are OEM Jeep wheels. For some reason, I just don't know why I don't. I feel like the manufacturer kind of knows what they're doing with wheels.
It's hard to find a good wheel.
Well, I finally retired the Highlander wheels after a year, which made the car shit like it's shitting razor blades, to quote Alkaline Trio.
Yeah.
Like that, it was just that much bigger, heavier wheel.
How
Yeah.
is it better now?
Yeah.
Like noticeable? Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
Have you done the real
immediately
rips?
took it from the tire shop down 485, and it's simply at the mercy of how shitty the road is instead of making the car itself shake.
Yeah.
Right.
We're taking.
Last week, got the back ones fixed since the front end apparently had to run over some cow manure, so they refused to do the front of the car.
That pisses me off. Like, no, it's your job to change these fucking
Like-
wheels. Like,
Get a clothespin and get to work, bud. So finished it up yesterday.
yeah. We're gonna take
The whole
Emily's car
process,
to.
the whole process plus fixing 2 leaky tires was $240. Ow.
Well,
Fuck's sakes.
We,
I can get you a plug. I'll do it for 50.
give me some Fix-A-Flat, and I'll do it for the price of
Give me some
Fix-A-Flat.
soapy water and a plug. I'll find it. Find that sucker.
Well, it's getting bad that
That's what they're doing.
I could usually put air in the tire every couple of days, but when it was becoming a daily thing, like
yeah.
now this is bothering me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna. The Honda joint here in town.
Yeah,
The one on
and
the-
they
there's a Honda joint
do
here.
not do Toyotas.
Yeah, they
I
only
looked
do
into
Honda
that when
Acura.
when the red car had the weird gas tank issue.
Here's
They
your
wouldn't do
sign.
anything.
We're gonna take the CRV to them, and they'll just be like,
There's like
Look it over.
Eastern
Is there-
import service, something like that.
something. Or I'm gonna go, look it over. Tell me if there's anything it needs. We just bought it. Has a little rust on the undercarriage, but like I said, it's from New York.
That's fine.
It still drives. Like, there's
It's a PPI, post purchase inspection.
yeah, it's like since the new tires and wheels, the big shakes are going. It has minor shakes at like 40, and then again at like highway speed, 70, like minor. Like
Might need an alignment.
we had it aligned and 4 brand new tires. 4 brand new tires, and
Balanced
everything's
too?
mounted and balanced. Yeah, so it's got to be. So CRVs of that nature have a habit of needing to have the transmission fluid changed every 30,000 miles in the 5-speed automatic. So it might just be a little hesitation in that, or it might be the diff fluid that needs to be changed. Because I checked the transmission fluid, and it was kind of a dark brown instead of the bright red it should have been. But I'm going to take it to them and be like, what is this, that issue? And then is there anything else that we need to replace on it? We're going to keep it for... I want to keep it till it hits 200,000, which it should no problem as long as, we're going to take it to them.
Make it a zero-ditch effort.
You know what, man?
Yeah.
Not a bad idea in terms of like the fluids. If they do like a fluid special,
Mm-hmm.
like if you just bought this thing, just getting everything.
Yeah, and I can do a lot of it, but
True.
I mean, if they can do it all for a good price and I don't have to do it,
They get dealership prices on all of the stuff needed,
Mm-hmm.
and if it can cut out some costs. But also, I know that you take it to Take 5, they want to charge you $80 for a synthetic oil change.
fuck you.
Did it in my driveway. Actually, that's this. I meant to tell y'all. Yeah, I meant to tell you guys about that. So, did my oil change recently. Everything went fine from what I could tell.
Mm-hmm.
I drove to Asheville and back, which is, if you're not familiar, it's 2 hours away from Charlotte. It's mountain driving, and it's all highway pretty much. So, I got there and back, no problem. Had actually stopped at the store. So it was multiple ons and offs, and I got home that night, and I'm coming back out for the second trip just to pull stuff in from the car from all that, and there's a big ass puddle under my car. So I'm like, I know exactly what the fuck that is, but also the fact that it's draining out on my driveway means that I have some left. Everything's cool. I'm gonna have to assess the damage when I put some more oil in it, which I let it sit there for probably 3 days because it was the middle of the work week. I wasn't going anywhere. I'm like, fuck it, I'll just get to it this weekend. So weekend comes, I push the car up the driveway to get it out of the oil spot, which that sucked. My brother-in-law, shout out Jake, he came in and helped me with that. But we got it. I ended up getting it jacked up. Pulled off the aluminum thing, which that's a whole pain in the ass when there's oil all over everything.
Belly pan.
Yep. And of course, the drain plug falls out with it. So luckily, I didn't lose my drain plug, but it had come out just completely. So I realized, I was thinking back, like, how the fuck did this happen? I was doing the oil change, and I had gotten to the drain plug bit. I had cleaned up around the area, put the drain plug back, screwed it in, and I was going to torque it down, but I grabbed my wrench, I put the adjustment on it, and then something happened where I put it down, and then I fucking did not pick it back up and torque the thing down. So it was hand tightened, mind you. It was hand tightened all the way down,
Yeah.
but as soon as it heat cycled, it started coming loose. So it lasted me 4 hours of aggressive driving, 5 maybe. And, that's just another testament to how fucking awesome Hondas are.
Have you bought a lottery ticket?
Hey, actually I might, now that I mentioned that. That's a good idea. But also, actually, I got my comeuppance. A fucking tree fell on my car, a week ago. Can
you show me the picture?
A big old branch, mind you. And this is like the width of a baseball bat. But also, 10 feet long, so the weight was pretty substantial. Comes right down on the hood, and it looks like, if you're looking at the Honda hood, like it's got angles coming down the sides.
Yeah.
It bashed straight through the angles. Like it was hit with such a force that it just dented the hell out of my hood. It came down, it scratched my bumper, which I don't care about, but also now that that's involved, it's getting replaced. Like, and not only that, it hit the front of my hood and then scraped down my grill. So it also got the grill as well. So it is literally the whole front half of that car got scraped by one tree branch, and now I have to have it replaced. And it's going to be over, $1,500 to do it with labor. So I'm getting it through insurance, but also like shit, $500 for a freaking tree limb.
Yeah, the comprehensive claim.
Yeah.
I was going to say, let's go to Copart and see a rear-ended black Civic Sport.
Man, That would be great. Not even a black one. Well, I'll repaint the sucker. Let's go.
Well, it'd be the same color black. Black's an easy-ish color to match up. So,
yep.
And Honda's pretty consistent with that, too. So.
Boy, howdy. That is Mr. Consistency. Yeah, consistency. Excuse me.
You know what, Mac? Pass me one of them Hell or High watermelons, if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
And now it's time to do the news. Steve, per our earlier conversation, BMW is testing the South Korean market with subscription plans for features on new models.
Oh, boy.
Could you imagine buying a car knowing you had the features to use?
But you gotta pay for it, pal.
How long till hackers get a hold of that?
Yeah.
I bought a base model 3 Series, and now I have a...
Yeah. It's like, it's already there, but you can't power it on. Like, confronted with the same thing where my car isn't even equipped with seat heat. Mm-hmm. I have a $12 pad that plugs into the cigarette lighter.
Yep.
Problem solved. No subscription required.
Yep.
Although, thinking of this being microtransaction hell, think if this was done earlier, it would be what? A coin slot? So every time you want to use your seat heater, you have to drop a quarter in it and then it'll turn the heat on.
I like this
by
idea
by
better,
the end of it, your car's rattling with change because you want to have the seat heater running. You have to take it to the dealer, have it dump like an arcade machine.
No,
shit, I want a seat heater, not a gumball.
Yeah.
I tell you what, there does need to be something said about stopping the entire auto industry from going nuts about this, because this could go down a really dark path. For instance, Tesla. If you buy one of their cars used, you are completely beholden to them still for every update, for every single thing that they want to do to that car. If you don't show up to get it fixed in a reasonable time frame, there have been instances where your car gets auto-locked and it can't go anywhere. And not only that, there have been horror stories of you don't pay your bill and the Tesla drives off. It's not that crazy, but it's to a point where it could back it out for the tow truck driver.
I can just
and
imagine
it has happened.
A Doc Brown giant remote control. It's just pull the strings on.
Dude, they will literally turn off every feature in the car that they can. And I'm not talking seat warmers. I'm talking about the engine, everything responding. So it's... There needs to be some level of autonomy. For instance, the Honda that I have, there's no GPS in it.
Good. Your phone has it.
True.
Yeah. How many times
no
does my phone
updating.
need to auto update? It seems like it's weekly, and it keeps getting worse.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and
there's Samsung. Stop it.
And there's no onboard. There's no over the air updates for modern GPS. Look at a GPS screen from 2009, and you're like, oh.
Yeah. A lot of that, it's either hard drive based, DVD based, or SD card based.
Right.
Yeah, it's on a Tesla it will be over the air. That's just using Google Maps.
Yep.
But on a lot of these, it's effectively an offline system that it's able to show you where in the world you are. That's not a happy face from that high water.
Face. What? It's good. What do you mean?
It appears it's more hell.
AJ is making crazy faces for the beer he just drank. It's quite good. It's most good.
That seems a little more Randy.
Am I?
Are you not digging it?
No. You sure?
Try this.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it also doesn't follow the whiskey and the IPA well, so it may take it a moment to.
Maybe.
All right, so
my germs are your germs, and your germs are my germs. The
more
more you drink, the better.
The happier we'll be.
Watermelon, not push pop, like an ice pop. That's what I'm getting from that, or that kind of watermelon flavor.
I'm getting rind.
Very, very.
At least step it up to a Jolly
thin
Rancher.
Bubble gum. Yeah, that's exactly what I would say. Watermelon Jolly Rancher. Thank you. That's so much better.
Really. This is funny. Well, not funny, but it goes on to what we were just talking about. Stellantis CEO, formerly Fiat Chrysler Group, hints at wanting a complete removal of all screens from new vehicles.
Huh.
Best of luck with the backup camera, kiddo.
Yeah,
I can
that's
see,
going
like,
to be tricky.
Or it'd be like a projection onto the windshield. So technically, it's not a screen.
So for the backup camera, I agree. And infotainment, I can get behind as long as it's swappable to newer models, but they're not going to do that because they won't sell as many cars.
For what it's worth, it makes the screen makes navigating like the USB menu super easy.
But the new Grand, yes, it does. But the new or the new Wagoneer has like 5 screens in it.
Yep.
It's too many. Like one's enough. I don't need my gauge cluster to be a screen.
Yeah.
I just need it to work. I just need analog gauges. The problem is your average consumer, and I haven't looked this up, but your average consumer that can afford new cars, yes, gets a new car every 3-4 years or leases or something like that. They're not really long-term-ish owners like we are.
Right.
So they're going to sell more cars because they say, ooh, new shiny thing. And then they go trade their car in, and then they're $5,000 upside down this time. Next time, they're $10,000 upside down, $20,000 upside down.
What was it last episode that the average car payment's, what, $700 a month now?
$700 is the average. The average
Like, that's
new
not even
car,
my contribution to the rent, not until September anyway.
$43,000 is the average price of a new car sale.
That's insane.
I can't imagine.
What are kids going to be driving? Like, what are the college kids going to drive?
They're going to be living with their parents like they are now,
dude,
and getting married when they're
this
geriatric.
shit is unsustainable.
Like,
I'm shouting from the rooftops. Hello,
Gen Z's not having babies.
No, you've got to
Listen.
climb out the window so you can actually have a literal rooftop.
Actually, can you open these windows up right here? We're just gonna fucking just scream from the rooftops. Actually,
It's almost like an iPod factory in here.
I tell you,
We'll just jump out.
yeah,
Or they have nets.
we're
outside.
not high up enough.
Like, I can't imagine. Like, I don't know. They're not going to be like. It's like Gen Z doesn't want to have babies. They're expensive, and if I can't afford a car, I can't afford a house. I can't afford a child. Like, we're all pretty fortunate, but we're a little older than Gen Z.
Yeah.
So, he's Gen X. I'm on the cusp of Gen X, a millennial, and Mac's straight up a
I'm
millennial.
a millennial,
But we're all very similar.
filthy millennials with their avocado toast and not affording houses. Piece of shit. Yeah. Ah, nice. Got the avocado.
The salad I had earlier was avocado, kale, whatever.
Avocado.
Avocado.
Ford has released the details on the 2024 Mustang.
Ooh.
It will include a Coyote V8 and EcoBoost 4-cylinder models like it has in the past, as well as hybrid option drivetrain for both engines. 6-speed manual transmission and 10-speed automatic remain transmission options, but Ford is not ruling out killing off the manual transmission in later years. Coupe and convertible models will be made, and hybrid models will have all-wheel drive.
Damn.
Sweet.
No, I don't think I've seen any hybrid convertible before.
I'll tell you what, though.
Needs to happen.
Why
hasn't it?
It would be to have a 6-speed manual Coyote V8 powering the rear wheels and 2 electric motors powering the front, and a drop-top Mustang with like 600 horsepower would be unbelievably fun.
That's going to make a really heavy car.
They said it's going to be 3850.
Yeah.
However, it can also go 30 miles on just the electric motor.
That's not bad.
And if you can plug it in,
Uh-huh.
it becomes that Hyundai ad.
Yes, it is.
A squeegee.
So, yeah, it would be heavy, but you know what? If you haven't seen the pictures of the 2024, it's fucking pretty handsome.
Yeah.
It's probably my favorite Mustang that's come out
Since the 2.
I was going to say since the Mach-E.
Ooh, that is nice.
Isn't it pretty?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
That
looks more like a Mustang.
Well,
It does look more like a Mustang.
Well, the first year of the retro design, 05?
Yeah.
Ugh. I hated it. Then the next one was okay.
Yeah.
This latest one was
That's quite pretty. Like
much
the
better.
2015.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then whatever
Now-
facelift they did on that kind of dropped the ball.
I didn't mind the squared ones from 99 to 04. I didn't mind that.
I don't mind them now, but when that first came out, I hated it.
Uh-huh.
Because I like the round ones, like the 95, the 98s more.
It would still be fun to have you guys ever ridden in an 04 or 03, 04 Terminator Cobra with a 390 horse? I rode in one with a Kenny Bell in it, and the interior is like 2 gimps rubbing together. It's so cheap.
Yeah.
But like for miles per gallon, it was so fucking fun.
Yeah.
Like everything's rattling around you, but you're like, this is fucking great.
Right, it's a rocket ship, you know what you're
fun.
there for.
And its sound is good. Like if you don't understand the appeal of muscle cars, you don't really understand enthusiastic motoring. And we talked about the Crown model. Toyota releasing the Crown model in the USA for the first time in history.
Like that lineup. There's not some bad ones in there.
But that one.
But
the Crown itself.
Making it sedan just completely...
Yeah, just go full Outback with it. If you're going to have that much plastic cladding on it, just put the... Or, do you know why I laugh when I see...
The Crown Venza.
You know why I laugh when I see a new Gladiator, but it has a camper on it? I'm like,
yeah.
Buy the fucking Jeep.
Yeah.
You bought a Gladiator, and you put a camper top on it. Buy the fucking
Kind of sick, though. Not going to lie. That's kind of sick, though.
With a 5-foot bed,
that.
You're not really carrying much with it anyway.
But if it goes over top, though...
Buy the Jeep.
Over top.
Or the Wrangler, rather.
Yeah, buy the Wrangler. Buy the Wrangler if you're going to buy that. That's what I'm saying. If you're going to buy the truck and put a camper van, if you're going to buy the Jeep truck with a camper shell on it, buy the Jeep.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a shell.
No.
Yeah, no. Those things are...
Yeah, I've seen 2 of them in the last 2 weeks. I'm like, why didn't you just buy the Wrangler? Because the Gladiator's not cheap. Not in Rubicon spec.
Yeah, and the camper shells are also not cheap.
Right.
Yeah.
We're talking about the mount on top tents, right?
Usually like a bed topper you'd see for like a pickup truck.
It just goes over the bed.
So I'm thinking about
like
a full-on
utility
over-road
truck would do.
No, not a tent. It's like somebody put a square shell on top of a truck bed. You've seen this before. You live in North Carolina with us.
Yeah,
yes.
There's one right up the hill in the F-150.
I'll have to look at that on the way out. But no, I can see it on... Actually, I can see, I've seen with Raptors before. I've seen with T-Rexes before, like these Overlander builds where they'll have...
I'm talking about
this
just like
extreme.
Just this. Just the shell.
That's boring as fuck.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, okay.
So they buy the Gladiator, and then they buy something to cover the bed. And I'm like, Jeep makes something called the Wrangler
that's
that you...
the dumbest shit I've ever heard of.
Thank you.
Sorry, I had to envision that properly. I was like, wait a minute. That's sick as fuck if you're doing camping and stuff. But
exactly.
You're literally making one.
You just made your Wrangler and you charged yourself an extra $6,000.
Dumb. What are we doing?
Chevrolet has released details on the 2023 Corvette Z06. Powered by a flat plane crank, hand-built, naturally aspirated 5.5-liter V8. It is the most powerful, normally aspirated engine ever produced by General Motors at 670 horsepower, 460 torque.
Four fewer.
At 8,600 RPM redline.
You what?
Base price is $107,000 and will be available as Cooper drop top. Flat plane crank, 8,600 RPM, 670 naturally aspirated horsepower. Not only GM, I think now it's the most... as far as production cars go, I think it's the most powerful normally aspirated engine ever put in production at 670. That's normally no turbos, no superchargers. 670. That's it. I believe
it's going to weigh more than a mountain, though, and that's what I'm worried about. Like,
it's going to what?
It's going to weigh more than a mountain.
Well, it's aluminum, isn't it?
The chassis is aluminum. The body's fiberglass and carbon.
Are they still doing the
engine? The engine, rather.
The mid-engine.
3,700.
Okay.
3,700 pounds.
I mean, that's what the Mustang was going to be with.
3,850.
3,850. True. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. And listen, I wish Corvettes would simplify. I feel like they've gotten too hypercar, sport, supercar-ish in the last couple of years. Like they need to calm down a little tiny bit.
Well,
100,000 entryway, that's fucking nuts.
Well, this is also the go or faster model.
Okay,
and they're competing with McLarens and your Porsche and doing it for half the price and beating it pretty handily.
That's pretty sick. It definitely has a market, and they're cool-looking cars, but like. It's just been a lot.
Well, if you gave me a blank check to buy a Corvette, it would be a 2018 Z06 it would be the C7 with the 7-speed manual transmission because Steve and I are cut from the same cloth.
Indubitably.
And now, honestly, that's going to be worth some coin because it's the last front-engine manual transmission Corvette.
That's what I think about when I think about Corvettes. Or I think about a Stingray. Or I think about an old, early 2000s E06 or something like
Maybe
that.
C5.
I still prefer the C4
C5,
to the C5.
No.
I know I'm the minority. Brian clowns me about it. But Brian listens to Limp Bizkit and likes it, so...
something home state pride.
You like what you like, I guess. He's not even here to defend himself, but I'm watching his 6 Cats this week. So last week. So
that's a lot of dung.
Hyundai has released a concept called the Envision 74, an EV that looks like an 80s and 90s tuner car. You've seen it, haven't you?
Yes.
Have you seen it?
No.
Mac, it's the Hyundai the letter N, Vision 74. You know what it looks like? It looks like a 240 and a Starion had a baby, and they put a giant wing on the back. And I'm here for it. I fucking like it.
I was thinking a modern interpretation of a De Tomaso Pantera.
Also, yes. Mac's probably going to like it.
I'm looking it up. Oh, my God.
Isn't that cool? It's just
that
straight.
Is the sickest shit ever.
It's straight out of Gran Turismo or like Forza or some shit.
It's out of like every wallpaper's screensaver for race car enthusiasts. Like there are these vague looking JDM inspired and I mean it's a Korean car, but holy cow, like
KDM.
That is KDM now. Like that's real nice.
Uh-huh.
Oh shit.
That's cool. And I think it's all EV. There's,
Oh, I'm gonna buy that.
You should.
I'm gonna buy that.
You buy it, you bring it on here. Like,
okay.
Man, my handwriting gets really terrible as I start drinking.
Rocks,
what's he gonna do? Rev it up for us?
That thing got a can't say Hemi. That thing got an Evie.
You know what? The Ioniq 6 sedan looks like a... All right, so what the 300C did for the Bentley, the Ioniq 6 does for the... what's the one, the family Porsche?
Panamera. I saw the new one of the new Hyundai.
Panamera.
The new Hyundai Ioniq
Panorama.
5, the hatchback. Saw one today in flat black.
Yeah.
You know what it looks like? Now that I've seen it in person, it looks like a Dodge Omni.
Oh, no.
Now that I've seen it, I was like, oh my God, it looks like a fucking Omni.
That's
I kind of like
crazy.
the Omni, especially the GLH. You remember what the GLH Omni? It stood for Goes Like Hell. They put the Starion Turbo 2.6 in it. And so it would actually fucking move faster than the Starion because it didn't... Because
it was a 1,900-pound car.
A lawless wasteland back in the day. Much like in the early 2000s when you could get purple and green ketchup. Remember that shit?
Yeah, I do, actually. Green ketchup was lit.
If you eat it with your eyes closed, you'd never know the difference. Nope. But the thing is, if you looked at it and ate it, you're like, something's not right here.
Nothing. Yeah.
Did I tell you about the ketchup challenge I did when I was like 10 years old? So,
oh, no.
What, so was it Hunts versus Heinz?
My dad would only buy... Yeah, well, it was like...
Well, you have my sense on Hunt's ketchup, right? If I want to put sugar on my fries, I'll just put sugar on my fries.
My dad swore that I could not tell the difference. He always bought Food Line ketchup. It was like, Heinz is better. I'm like 10 years old. He's like, it's really not. I'm like, yes, it is. He goes, all right. So he bought the cheapest bottle of Food Line ketchup and like the little small glass bottles of Heinz that they don't even sell anymore. And so he's like, you can tell the difference. I'll buy Heinz from now on. I said, okay. So go in the other room. They get the cups out and everything. I have a blindfold on, dip fries. Immediately I was like, that's Heinz. He goes, you're a shithead.
That is funny, man.
First thing I bought when I moved out of my parents' house was a fucking drum of like fucking Heinz ketchup.
Yeah.
It's the goods.
You and what Costco membership?
I knew a guy.
So just sells mass amounts of ketchup. What the fuck? What does he work for? Like a movie studio or something?
Mind your business, Mike Cramer.
Okay, fair play. All right.
That's not what you're using for fake blood. What are you talking about?
Are you sure?
This blood's so delicious.
Depends on the day.
This blood is great.
Nissan Leaf is set for the gallows by 2025 because Nissan's having an influx of incoming EVs. So it did what it was supposed to do, but I hate to say that the Chevy Volt was the better EV out of the two of those, but the Chevy Volt was the better EV.
What was this? Recalls and all.
The Spark? What was it?
No, Bolt.
You can also get a Spark as an EV, which is
but the
really
Chevy
bizarre.
Bolt is the
the small EV.
You can still get that shit for like $30,000.
Yeah.
Full EV.
Yeah.
And if you get it under warrant, buy the extended every fucking thing. But like on Smoking Tire, Matt Farrell was like, he's like, he knew a guy that worked at a GM. Like he's like, we never see bolts in here for service.
That's sick.
Just for recalls.
Just for recalls.
Catching fire.
Yeah. You know.
Can't break down if it fucking burns up into flames. We had a lot of car news today, guys. Dodge has teased concepts of the E-Muscle.
Ooh.
It looks great. Have you seen it?
They might
yet?
as well call this the TINS unit.
Have you seen it?
No.
It's bonkers looking. It's cool though. It's an all-electric muscle car, E-Muscle. Stellantis is shooting for 900 horsepower, all-wheel drive, and a 0-60 to time of 2 seconds.
That shit looks
dirty. And they have revived the Dodge Tri logo, and the potential release is 2025.
Yo.
It's badass looking.
Listen, all you dudes driving Chargers and Challengers out there, do not fucking buy that car. You'll actually die, and you'll kill like an entire crowd of people with that one.
Mm-hmm. You're thinking Mustang, but I like where you're thinking. Well, Hellcats can.
No, dude, I'd say Charlotte has an overabundance of just slap-happy fucking Charger and Challenger drivers. Like, it is NASCAR out here on regular days, so...
Mostly Challengers for what? Like when I see a Charger, we like to play the game cop or a black dude.
Actually, you know, on that bombshell. No, listen.
I can see the new game show. Your next contestant on cop or brother.
I was out in university today. There was a Charger out that was a Pursuit model. I didn't know if somebody had just fucking gotten some stick-on stickers or if it was a real thing, but it was a Hemi. It was a Charger, and it had LEDs all over it, and it had an antenna on it. So I was like, "Shit, it was all-wheel drive." That was the actual.
I wonder if that's like the new Interceptor package.
It had to be like a late teens model.
Huh.
No,
so
early
legal
teens model. Fuck, gross. Listen, no, I was just like, "What the hell is this car?" Actually, I got a picture of it here.
Okay,
yeah, that must be the Dodge version of a police interceptor.
Or
that E-Muscle looks fucking good. No telling how much that fucking.
I don't know if that man was just lying because it's a civvy plate. It's a civilian plate, so I don't know if he bought it at a police auction.
That's plausible.
Look at that.
All right, Lou Gehrig, hold it still.
Sorry.
Wait, no, that Lou Gehrig had ALS, not fucking Parkinson's.
No,
God damn it.
Michael J. Fox.
There you go.
Michael J. Fox.
Pursuit. No, I don't think that's a real model.
I didn't think so either, but that was interesting to look at.
Apparently, they do make those for civilian use as well.
Interesting.
Thanks, hotcars.com.
Hey, thanks. Appreciate that. Look at that, too. Here you go.
Did I put this thing?
Couldn't tell if that was real or if he had done that shit, you know?
So, in another episode of Tell Me Your Car's Been Wrecked Without Telling Me Your Car's Been Wrecked, a couple of years ago, I saw like a Navigator with a dealer tag, but it said Navigotar. They had switched the A and the O on the badge. Tell me your car's been wrecked without telling me your car's been wrecked.
Everything short of the red Scion being
I was about to say refills.
Everything short of the red Scion being the Scion Michigan.
Or I got wait, I got a bottle of something downstairs I got the other day. If you want to,
It's variety is the spice of life.
It says the married three dudes.
Oh my god! Oh, listen, I don't subscribe to that. Just in case my wife is watching.
Hi, Emily. Caitlin's at the pool.
Ah, hell yeah, dude. As she should be. It's a perfect day for her. Perfect. Oh, yeah.
Pardon the silence, folks. We're busy looking up Dodges on the internet web.
I hadn't shared this to my Facebook page yet, so I'm like, I gotta put this shit up. That's what I was doing. What is that, Bad Daddy?
This is one of my favorite 10 pours I've ever had, and I've just bought it Friday.
Oh, shit.
So, you already poured yourself some?
Nope.
This is called Penelope Bourbon, barrel strength. I've never heard of it before, and then I looked.
Is Penelope brought to you in an envelope?
It's from Bardstown, Kentucky, so it's made same place that quite a few bourbons are made.
How about that? A town made entirely of loot players.
But it was $60. It's 116 proof. But it's on the nose, the palate, and everything is all cherry. I don't get anything but cherry flavor. And not the cherry wheat Sam Adams flavor, Steve. The good cherry. Smell, taste, everything. It's all, for some reason, I just get all cherry flavor.
Speaking of, Kalen branded more cherries yesterday.
Oh, fuck yeah. I need to try those.
Yes.
Oh, you would smell it.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Cheers, chaps.
Cheers, fellas.
Cheers, chaps. We're the cheers, chaps.
Cheers, chaps, indeed.
That is 116 proof.
Oh, my gosh. It's like it evaporates, but it's cherry evaporation.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
And then so do I.
Now,
That is delightful.
That's excellent. I've never had
That's
this
like the
before,
next
but-
step up
That's
from
magical.
the cherry cast thing I brought last time. The naked.
Yeah, that was good. It was just naked. It was
Naked
blended
scotch.
scotch.
Yeah.
it was good too. Oh, how
And-
much was that?
$35.
Nice.
There are two varieties: the barrel and the grouse. Get the barrel.
Very nice.
So named that the bottle is without a label except on the neck,
Yeah,
and you have the barrel or the grouse melted into the side of the bottle. And since I'm not 20 anymore, I'm not keeping the bottles for souvenirs.
yeah. I used to do that too, but that was a group of people we like to call everybody.
That said, I still have 6 boxes of pint glasses to get rid of if anybody's interested.
I just donated mine to Goodwill.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Still got a
I'd
couple
as soon
at
as
the
make a
house.
BB shooting gallery out back.
There you go. Actually, that's a really good idea. Holy shit.
Well, at Brad's house, we used to blow shit up in the firecrackers,
Yep.
but
That's fun.
he's got a bad experience with
That wasn't at Brad's. That was at Sean's house.
Oh, yeah.
The old place built in 1930. That once they moved out, it was leveled.
Yeah, it needed to be.
Yeah, it was 9 years ago. It took a firecracker in the arm.
Well,
Yeah.
So you can still barely see right here where the scar was.
dude, there's a
that. Attempting to use lidocaine and aloe vera to treat that afterwards stung even worse.
I fucking bet it did. Yeah.
There's a gnarly video on Reddit of a 4th of July fireworks accident.
Don't doubt it.
And dude has firework in this hand. And by firework, I mean like fucking M80, like big fucking firecracker, and like a fucking Coors Light. And he's going to, throw it, and it goes off in his hand. And then like the camera guy zooms in, and it just looks like a Zoidberg hand after that. It's like, and its blood is spurting out, and the guy's looking at it, and he's like looking at his beer, and he just starts fucking chugging his beer. And people are like throwing up and running away. I mean, it like you can't even say it split like
I did this shit
half
as a
here,
kid.
and like these fingers were here and those were here.
My God.
And I watched it over and over
I could
again.
have fucking blown my hand off. Yo, you remember the ones that they used to sell in huge packs?
So, when's the last time you watched Faces of Death?
Y'all know the big string packs of firecrackers that you can get. I had one of those in my hand, and one of my buddies lit it, and it
Worst
blew up in my
bandolier ever.
fingers. Like, blew up right here. I'm kind of surprised I didn't blow my fucking fingers off. But, like, yeah, I don't have anything from that.
It only hurts when he speaks Italian.
I'm gonna swing from the bandolier.
Just fucking bandoliers.
Ford is releasing a Lightning variant of the midsize Ranger.
Ooh.
That would be fun.
Cool.
No details yet, but
That's going to be a drift truck.
they've trademarked the name of Ranger Lightning, so it's happening.
Yeah, all right, so y'all remember that F-150 Lightning, like the 90s?
They still have it now,
Yeah.
and it's all electric.
Yeah.
They've also, I didn't put it on the news, but when the article had said they've trademarked the name Thunder.
Ooh.
So I wonder what they're going to put. See, to me, I think Thunder should be the V8 supercharged. And the
It's going to
Lightning
be
should-
some bullshit,
they're-
crazy.
They're going to bring back the
Combustion
Mercury
engine shit.
Bring back the Mercury Cougar. That's going to be the Thundercat.
Oh, nice.
Because it already looked like the Thundercat logo on the Cougars from the 80s and 90s.
Did you guys see on Haggerty Jason Camisa's drag race between the 392 Wrangler and the Sasquatch Bronco?
No.
The Wrangler destroyed it.
That's
And
crazy.
then they raced the Wrangler versus the Range Rover with a supercharged V8
Oh, dear.
and the Mercedes AMG with the twin turbo V8. And the AMG won, but it has a twin turbo V8, and it didn't win by that much versus the Wrangler. And then they raced the AMG versus a Lamborghini Huracan, and the Huracan only beat it by 0.1 seconds.
That's president like put it against an Urus.
Yeah. So so your new AMG like G-Way is only like 0.1 of a second.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? Kudos to the fucking Wrangler though.
Yeah, dude.
But the thing is, all the cars start catching up to the Wrangler after 100 because.
Right. That thing ain't going much over 100.
I think it goes $150.
Yeah,
it still has the aerodynamics of masonry.
Right, it's a house on the move.
But it also yes, but it also has 100. Like it goes 0 to 100 really fast.
Yeah,
and then after that it tails off.
But the thing is, that's fucking sick.
I'm perfect with that. I want a car that does that because realistically, I don't know about you guys, I'm not taking my car at its top speed anytime soon. If I can go 0 to 100 faster than everybody, I'd be happy with that. I'd be very happy with that.
Yeah.
Well, Mac, yours would beat both of ours in a drag race.
Well, that's appreciated, but it ain't it ain't much.
Well, hold on. 2019 Civic Sport.
Yeah, it's got a little Terpsky. It's got a little
mile
baby snail.
15.2.
Yeah.
0 to 60 of 6.8 at 15.2. On to a top speed of 137. Okay.
Yeah, it will stop at 135. The software will stop you from going any past where. I just feeling that car at 135 though. If there was no limiter on it, it'd probably make it to 150, but that would be about the extent.
Yeah.
The fastest I've mentioned on this pod before was 153, and that was an Acura TL of the 01. It was like 200,000 miles.
That thing was fire breathing.
That thing was sick as fuck.
Dude, it would actually, between mine and yours, it would be a driver's race because the unlimited,
oh my God.
The unlimited 4-door with 6-speed manual, 0 to 60, it says 6.3 seconds.
Holy shit,
and a standing
dude.
quarter mile of 15.7.
Yo, listen.
Should we line them up?
We should fucking line them up.
Mine's defeated already at the 0 to 60 of 9.2 and a quarter mile of 17.1 at 81 miles an hour.
You know what? I'd be curious to see if I could beat that time because third gear gets you 70 miles an hour.
Right. Well, can I put mine in 4-wheel drive and just dump?
Fuck yeah, you can dump. I
don't want
see
to.
as fast as fast.
I don't want to.
And see, I'm not going to clutch dump either. Like I can't.
You can't.
And the that problematic 98 VR6 GTI that I had, it could do 70 in second gear.
Yeah.
Which came in handy when the hydraulic clutch gave out. Yeah. So all I could do is drive it in second until it heated up, and then I could.
Gosh, dude, the 2-door.
What a hunk of shit.
The 2-door Wrangler. The 2-door Wrangler. The 2-door Wrangler with the 6-speed manual will do 5.60 to 60 in 2014. Oh,
dude,
that's pretty good.
That sounds like you need to put some like drag bars behind it because going to like this lift the front end.
Hilarious to see drag bars on that.
It's a hitch mount.
Yes,
I would like to see if there's a way to get a turbo that is just enough, like to be a little bit faster, but not to fucking completely degrade the rest of my car.
It depends because go ahead.
I have one off-topic thing real quick.
Please.
What I saw on the way here. An OJ Bronco.
Oh, no way.
Yes. Leaving that BP station at the end of 218.
Shit, me and AJ saw a Scout. No, I saw a Scout. And then we saw, though, there was like, I think it was another Bronco or it was something. It was orange. You remember coming down 7th? Convertible.
Yeah, when we were at Crunkleton, it was... Oh no, it was a Land Cruiser. It was
Land Cruiser.
Old Land Cruiser.
Yes.
In my myriad online dating days, there was a young lady I went out with that had a Scout, and she dailied a new Beetle.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's a particular type of woman right there.
That is
cantankerous. Doesn't cut it.
I prefer bottle tankerous. That is all the car news. Now we're into beer news. Guys, a recent study reveals that even moderate drinking can lead to cognitive decline. Cheers to that, guys.
Sorry, what?
Tell us something we don't fucking know.
Yes.
Okay?
Cheers to cognitive.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to cognitive decline.
On stuff
that might be the title.
But also, you got to do the research to really know to know. But yeah, no, we.
I got to make sure how declined is my cognitiveness.
On a scale of 1 to fucked.
Is fucked 10? Fucked is whatever you want.
Actually,
fucked
I
to be.
feel like 10 is not enough for. Yeah, you gotta go like a 20-30 situation at the very least.
A 150-year-old beer cellar has been found in a cave by utility workers in Iowa.
Congratulations, you've won.
Magical guys.
Way to keep a Hawkeye out.
I will drink that beer for science.
Yeah, I think we should do that. Well, the liquor would be better. If they found liquor, it'd be better because it's more alcohol.
Right.
But the beer might
It's going to be a gelatinous mess.
It might be Jello shots.
Yeah. It's mid-century Jello shots.
Dude, that's an even better fucking title.
Or actually, it's not even mid-century. It's probably like 1800s
Medieval.
or something. Like, so what?
It'd be antebellum.
Top of the century Jello shots.
Are you pro-bellum or are you
Antebellum?
Top of the century to you. That said, I've never been to that store. It's antebellum antiques,
Yes.
like right down the street.
I haven't been either. New Belgium Brewing is teasing opening a beer amusement park in Napa Valley, California, which will include rides with roller coasters made from spent whiskey barrels, a concert hall, and food.
Vomiting incidents,
and also like a powder keg flume with beer flowing instead of water.
Fuck. I'm going. I don't care. The novelty of that alone, I'll show up to see that shit.
I'll show up with a cup.
9th, 10th. How many Wonders of the World are we on? Add that shit on the list. We made a beer river.
Baker's
we fucking
dozen.
win. That's a win for humanity.
I made it to the New Belgium in Asheville once. It's a cool spot.
Yeah.
That's where I went prior to Ian getting married 3 years ago.
Oh, yeah. Damn, that was 3 years ago?
It was October of 19.
Actually, that might be a tremendous waste. Now that I think about it, maybe it needs to be like swill water from the Bad Batch or some shit like that.
Yeah, if it's spent grain beer. It's like the water in the fountains at Bellagio is so salty you can't drink it.
Right.
It's like that.
It's
and
like,
they reuse it.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'm with that.
I can't imagine. Well, New Belgium can afford it, let's be honest.
I don't think anybody can afford that with today's water prices.
New Belgium
Nestle,
can afford that.
Go fuck yourself, Nestle.
Yes. Tamworth Distilling of New Hampshire is making their whiskey with invasive green crabs to help halt destruction of the local ecosystem.
That's fucking sick, too.
Now, I got to ask, though, I'm surprised it's there and not Maryland.
Right.
So, evidently, New Hampshire has invasive
green crabs instead of blue crabs.
Mm-hmm.
But are the green crabs edible?
Are there teal crabs in Delaware?
No, they have blue hens.
Is this a gang situation? Am I gonna have to be worried? I don't know. Like green crabs, blue crabs. I don't know, guys.
And they say
crabs.
there's no such thing as blue food.
I only knew about red and blue crabs.
Yeah, there's an invasive.
And North Carolina, they're purple crabs.
Are there actually? Are you? Listen, I'll believe
that's
you.
a mixed band political joke, buddy.
You know what? I wasn't even on that wavelength, but damn, that's a good fucking joke when you are, though. When you yeah.
You catch the wave.
Well done, man. I was on my boogie board out here a couple waves back. I missed it, but I fucking saw it, and it was great.
Did you see that blue wave car wash
That took
treated
you
the
all the way to
signage?
the
So
sand.
it's half-assed now.
Uh-huh. I always thought it'd be fun to boogie board down something like that. I mean, you'd catch air. But
Down what?
the blue wave car.
Oh my god.
Car
And then-
wash.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
that.
you fall to your death in the
Exciting way
parking
to
lot
die.
20 feet
Yeah.
below.
Well, in that part of town, you might die another way anyway. So might as well expedite the process.
Down the street from my house, everybody.
Well, Charlotte's weird because you'll go straight for 10 miles, and the road name will change 4 times, and you'll be Hood, Luxury, Hood, Luxury. So if you're standing at the Home Depot on Wendover, and you look to your right, there's Section 8, and you look to your left, there's $1 million houses. You're like,
Shit is bananas, ain't it?
what the
Thanks,
It
Win.
doesn't make any fucking sense. It's crazy.
No, and you know those people in Section 8 are going to be priced out when they inevitably have their houses bulldozed.
I'll also say one thing that I'm very happy about. I went to school at Piedmont Open Middle School on 10th Street, which is like dead smack, close to Uptown, very, very close, off of Central.
Said downtown funny.
It's like Uptown. See, we should rebrand.
This ain't no Billy Joel song. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but they completely leveled like a huge apartment complex. You guys remember Piedmont Courts? Did you ever hear about those? It was a pretty big shithole. It was bad. Like in any sense of the word, it was a very tough place, and they leveled it. They put in just like what you would imagine $1 million condos being, but they made it all Section 8, which is fucking sick. It's actually very nice over there now. Like the whole area is improved. They made a park right next to it as well. So like, shit, I went and flew drones in that park not too long back. Nice. But like, it is cool when they will make space for the communities that were there that were just completely underserved, and it was completely fucked up. But then they, we have a little bit of that. We don't have a ton of that. We could use more of it always. But
and on the other end of the spectrum, have you seen the castle that's across the street from Eddie's place?
God.
Like starting at $700,000 plus HOA at like $2,000 a month.
Yeah,
the pricing is
the 485
bonkers
loop?
McTash.
Mm-hmm.
Like all these houses that are coming up, like Harrisburg exit, Albemarle exit, Rocky River Road is like essentially getting a Birkdale, if I understood it correctly. Like they're in. If anybody's not familiar, Birkdale is like a really nice retail village that has living space above. It's kind of like one of those walkable, big, huge retail complexes with living space and
itty bitty living space.
I lived there, 15 years ago, 20, and like it's crazy to see. That was all woods and like nothing, and that was actually preferred because Charlotte has no woods or nothing within 485. Like we're kind of tearing that shit up, bro.
Getting there.
Like, did I tell you I picked up a mountain bike a few weeks ago?
Oh, yeah,
Since Sherman Branch has been teasing me this whole time.
Bro,
so I need to,
gotta go there
take
today.
my 90. After this.
Yes.
Yeah, it was, goodbye, clavicle.
True, so true.
You know why I can't stand up without a kickstand? It's too tired.
Sheesh.
That joke got loose and I threw up.
Steve, you always have the juice to fill my cup.
Well, speaking of raising prices, if houses are still $300K, so we're likely going to re-sign a better written joke on the vinyl cabin. It's like, screw it. If we sign a 2-year lease, rent goes from $1,300 to $1,420 for the first year and $1,490 for the second year. Whereas if we buy a place now at $300K, it's going to be $2,200 a month. So,
it might cool down in a year or two. It'll probably cool down.
If all else fails, we're prepared to eat the cost to break the lease then.
Yeah.
It's just nothing has been $300K worthy, and Kaylin being in real estate definitely has better odds of maintaining her job than me in the volatile car market. Wink.
Hey, we're hustling here.
I've not been sleeping well the last 2 months after that shoe dropped.
Well, the good news is you have experience in the field you're in now. So it's like, hey, I have experience here. I can go do IT
any fucking where.
It's like
anywhere.
But will future job give me 4 weeks vacation and free insurance?
That's all negotiable.
It's like what they're not paying me in real money. It's like there are some nice perks
the
of
real
this,
money. That's the shit that they don't trust.
Yeah.
Or worse comes to worse, like I just go on her insurance.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
so true. There are lots of options there.
That's why Emily and I have always been on our own insurance in case one of us loses our job. We can just hop on the other one. And
interesting.
Because if we're on both, there's a 50% chance if one of us loses our job, it'll be the ones that has the insurance.
Then you got to deal with Cobra and all that other bullshit.
Cameron was on Cobra for a while, and how and why they named it after an old wireless phone.
Were they purple Cobras?
Super Snake.
Shelby Cobra. It's Cobra because it sucks.
Indeed.
But speaking of previous job, valeting rather, guess who's finally playing along with Restaurant Week this year? It's the one of his hand.
Palm.
Yes. Prior to, I don't know if they'd done it prior, but I noticed that at the end of July, the Palm is finally participating in Restaurant Week.
Whoa.
With a fixed price menu starting at $40.
Not bad. Okay.
Considering that it had been 30 and 35, but imagine, all hell breaking loose.
Listen.
Is scooting
everything
out a
is
bit.
more expensive this year.
Still cheaper than my trip to the Crunkleton on Tuesday.
Holy fucking shit.
How much was your bill after tip?
For myself was $90.
Ours was $220.
Shit.
My whiskey was $80.
The 86.
1986.
Shit.
But it was worth it.
Did they have anything from 81?
Yes.
It's nice to splurge on yourself, and I'll tell
Yes,
you guys,
totally worth it.
I hadn't spent that much on a meal in quite some time, but it was a good one, and they had good whiskey selections.
I mean, perfect whiskey.
Holy shit, you guys were going in, and I was just getting nice stuff. I was getting Blade and Blow.
Blade and Blow. That's a different.
That's
thing.
why it was $220.
No, Blayton's the guy.
You get a blowjob by force.
No, Blayton is the guy he's house sitting for right now.
No, no, haven't spent that on a meal in years. But also, it's it was worth it. You got really good.
And you know what? The wing, I love wings. I can eat wings all the time.
Yeah,
it was the best of both worlds, Steve. As a fellow wing enthusiast,
go on.
It was a dry rub, but also they call their Alabama cream sauce, and so it was dry rub with a cream sauce with it, and it was like a
hot ranch.
No, because I don't like ranch. It was more like Outback's Bloomin' Onion sauce.
Fuck yeah,
except with some extra spices in it. It was so fucking good.
Got some nice flank steak.
Yes,
with a chimichurri, just really, really nice seasoning. And
the other day, I had an associate in from out of town while he had a layover going from Orlando to New York. So we went to Mac's Speed Shop.
Oh yeah,
over on South Boulevard.
Yeah,
yeah. Your dry rub wings are fantastic, by the way.
You're welcome. Yeah. That's all I can say.
Yeah, so I got to see the local auction site, which is massive and a half, and we're not quite sure what we're doing with our portion of that space yet, but got to check it out and made a field trip.
Yeah.
Today, that day's pony was a 2020 Subaru Impreza hatchback with a 5-speed manual.
Ooh. Interesting.
Nothing that has a stick nowadays has a 5-speed except that car.
Yeah.
Immediately upon leaving the turf, I missed my car already. Yeah, it's my car's no speed demon. This made the Corolla feel fast. I had to really kick it in the ass to make it move.
Did you see Doug DeMuro's video from Thursday?
The Signet?
Aston Martin Signet.
Oh my
you know what that is?
dog.
No. It's a toy. It's a
it's a
Scion IQ, the little washing machine looking fucking thing.
Okay, yeah.
But Aston Martin badge engineered it because they needed to meet fuel regulations.
God damn it, Aston Martin! You did what Mercedes did with the smart car. You fucks. Idiots.
Hey, at least the smart car was branded smart car and not Mercedes, and said this is straight up Aston branding.
And it's funny because the interior is very nice, evidently.
I bet it is.
And you can get it with a stick.
Yep. Whereas the Scion IQ was auto only stateside, and
you
they
get a
are
5-speed manual.
Incredible.
Do not fall
that
for
car
it.
Doesn't have a glove box.
That car's a piece of
shit. And it was
shit.
$40,000 for that.
Oh my God!
You're paying for all the leather.
Oh my God!
That's what you're paying for.
To pay $40,000 for an Aston Martin smart car is what you're going to do.
Frankly, dear,
I will fist fight you in the street.
And frankly, dear, I don't give a damn about a leather interior.
No, I don't.
It's like I don't want to have to maintain my interior.
The only reason I feel so strongly about this, y'all, is my sister got by a smart car. She bought one from CarMax.
Oh,
which. CarMax, that's okay.
Oh,
they gave her the best possible smart car they had.
They have good lip balm. Oh, that's CarMax.
All I can tell y'all is I drove that car.
It's like
driving
audio only.
go-kart,
I made a
but
very
slower.
squinty face.
Yes.
Yeah, they're terrifying.
Yeah. And they get horrible gas mileage.
It's a 2-stroke engine.
Yeah.
It's not even a full ass engine, and you have paddle shifters on it, which is weird.
You would be able to drive the car faster if you use paddles off a canoe.
Yeah, you know what though? Actually, I did end up using the paddles a lot because of how slow it was otherwise.
Because it would shift too early.
It would just be slow shifting and like
slush box gonna slush box.
So don't buy anything that looks shaped like a D. That's a car. Just don't buy that, especially if it has 2 doors. Yeah, you're just gonna be in a bad way.
Yeah, smarts are terrifying,
and you'll die if a semi truck hits you. I think that's incentive enough.
You get shitty gas mileage even in the city for what it is.
Right?
Did you ever see the
That
Fifth
thing
Gear
should get
episode?
100 miles a gallon.
Should be.
Did you ever see the Fifth Gear episode when Johnny's comparing like some tiny Mitsubishi versus getting a smart car?
No.
And then if you need to seat 4 people, he bolts a second smart car to the roof of the first smart car, and then proceeds
immediately
to.
flips it.
They do perform the Swedish moose test in it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Hilarity ensues.
I bet it fucking does.
Luckily, the boy's wearing a helmet, so he survives.
Good.
But yeah, things do not go well for the leaning tower of smart car.
I'll tell y'all, I drove that thing up a mountain once, and it was during a rainstorm, and there was a semi truck in front of me. The airwaves from that semi truck almost took me off the road. I'm not bullshitting. Like, I can handle a car
you should have
coming.
let it get behind you and just let it push.
I feel like the Swedish moose test should be a sexual maneuver. I don't know what it would entail.
Who's to say that it isn't?
I mean, it probably is. The last bit of beer
certain
news we
circles.
had was good news. Pilot Brewing of Charlotte made the top 10 in the U.S. Beer Open Championship.
Nice.
Hey, let's go, Pilot.
Way to go, Amanda. You're not watching this, but way to go.
I'm playing there on Saturday for their anniversary party.
Fuck yeah,
Not this
I'm gonna
Saturday.
drink some beer.
August 6th.
Yep.
Anniversary party.
Pilot, August 6th, be there.
Yes.
Next Saturday is my brother's birthday. It'll be his last birthday before he's officially a father.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
but like both my sisters-in-law are due in August.
So y'all got to tear some shit up then. is
Pretty
what it
much.
sounds like, okay. Well, hey, at least you know what the plan is.
Both his sisters-in-law.
So my brother's wife and my wife's sister are
Right.
both pregnant, both due in August. Both
He's
had-
his own grandpa.
Both
That's right.
both
Right, that part.
Yeah, both had car crashes while pregnant, and both had COVID while pregnant. This isn't how anything's supposed to happen, fellas.
No, I don't think you're supposed to do those things exclusively.
The Alabama, when you when you when you fuck your aunt and now you have a neph's son.
Oh no!
So, do you know why there are so many unsolved murders in Alabama?
I could guess why now that you said that.
There's no dental records and all the DNA's the same.
Oh, fuck. That's even worse. I love that. Also, ASMR open. I've been waiting on this one.
That was a good one. You peeked it. You peeked it out.
Oh, I
See
fucking
there?
love it.
Look
I love
there.
a peek.
You're the lime green today.
Bing bong.
Bing bong. We're still doing news. We're an hour and 27 minutes in.
Chilling. Go crazy.
All right. So music news. So I used to do the news in a different order, but now I'm like, it's cars, bars, and guitars. So now I do it in cars, bars, and guitar.
Guitars, yeah.
Adam Gontier of Saint Asonia and formerly of 3 Days Grace says a 3 Days Grace reunion is likely to happen in the near future, and I can't fucking wait.
Literally, let me know when the concert is. We're fucking going,
Because
dude.
he is 3 Days Grace. Like, Matt Walsh is okay singer. Actually, he's a good singer, but it's just not the same. Steve, you can set this one out if you want to.
I do have to pee anyway.
I was a nutcase for 3 Days Grace back in the day. Like
The
early
first two
20s.
albums I really liked with him on it. I think they split because the rumor was he wanted to embrace their heavier side and do that kind of
Which
music.
they
He wanted to
And
eat
they
more
did
pasta.
And they did more poppy. And, of course, with Matt, they've done more poppy stuff. I like the heavier songs.
I do too.
Like, I mean, look at me.
That was their element, and also their poppy stuff was cool too. Though
It was, but
it transcended. But also, they could have done better if they went darker.
Did I tell you I'm putting together a trio for a full band? Full band's going to happen again
Let's
sometime
go! Fuck yeah! Because you found a bassist not too long back. Or
Lev.
no-
And then I found a
Yeah.
drummer, so we're going to do 3-piece.
fuck yeah!
I've been wanting to use that thing,
Yeah.
but I had to order a new cabinet, and I'll tell Steve the story. I'll tell you both the story
Yeah.
about that. But that's going to be my gigging cabinet. That's a 2x12, and it's so loud it'll make you cry. So for practice, I don't want to carry that around because it's 80 pounds.
It's fucking huge. Yeah.
And that's just 2 speakers in there. So I ordered a 112 cabinet to carry to practice so I can carry the head and the cabinet. Like the head, pick the head up. There's a handle on top. Feel how heavy that thing is.
Oh, that's got to be
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's heavy.
That's like...
It's very heavy.
Dude.
Yeah, it's very heavy.
That is a heavy...
Now I have to fix it back where it was.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, I get that. You do have to get that alignment.
But now I can carry the 1x12 to practice and then carry that to gig with. You could gig with the 112. It gets so loud it'll hurt. Like, I set off my glass break sensors playing that amp here downstairs.
Oh,
It set the alarm off because it was rattling the glasses in the cabinets.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yep. So it'll be fun, and it'll be a different dynamic. We'll be playing a little heavier stuff. We'll be playing Deftones and like shit too. So
I think that'll be a good move.
it'll be fun. It'll be me, Lev, and a guy named Paul, who's a drummer, and he's a drummer in a metal band,
Sick.
so he can keep up with everything.
Yeah. Easily, dude.
So it'll be fun. We get to bring a different dynamic. It'll be like, I'd like to do like 1 or 2 full band shows a month.
Hell yeah.
I got 11 this month, so doing 1 or 2. So Steve, I bought a 1x12 guitar cabinet, and I was on Craigslist, and guy had one for sale, and I called him. He's like, do not text this number. This number does not accept texts, and I will not discount this. I will only take what I'm asking, blah, blah, blah. He's kind of a dick about the listing. When I call the guy, he's in Mooresville. I'm like, I'm interested in the cabinet. I can come and get it today. And he's like, okay, where are you coming from? I said, Mint Hill. I said, since I'm coming from Mint Hill, would you be willing to meet me in Birkdale? Once again, Birkdale, Mooresville, pretty close. He goes, no. He goes, you can come to the house, though, if you get it, but I'm not going to drive anywhere to meet you. I'm like, okay. I'll let you know, man. He's like, all right, just call me and let me know if you're coming. And then hung up. I'm like, fucking dick. So I went to Guitar Center, and Guitar Center had one for sale in Florida at their Tampa location. 1x12 cabinet, shipped. I got it for the same price. I don't have to leave the house.
Oh, so you didn't send Brian to pick one up while he's there?
I was like, you wouldn't even meet me 10 minutes from your house.
But
like,
how much does it weigh to move it? Like getting up and moving it?
35 pounds.
Oh, that's not bad, man. Get off your ass.
Well,
if you want to sell your shit, get off your ass, man.
It's been for sale for like 4 months.
Especially that. Get off your ass.
You don't want to sell it.
It's been 4 months.
You don't want to sell it. Like, just tell me you don't want to sell it. Like,
don't waste everybody's time.
It would have cost me.
What you do is text him and say, found the same thing at Guitar Center. Bye.
I just blocked his number. And then being me, I went back to Craigslist and flagged it as spam again.
This isn't real.
I'm an asshole.
Oh, yo.
I kind of want one of those Juice Forces.
Ooh.
Mac, have you had the Juice Force yet?
What's that?
Voodoo Ranger?
A 9.9% delicious IPA that basically tastes like orange juice.
Yeah, I could go for that. I can go for that.
I guess we got 3 in their future, man.
You know.
Speaking of, I made the joke yesterday that it may be Garth's show last night, but it's still Wayne's World.
It is. Party time.
Yeah,
Masquerade.
So my sister and brother-in-law went to that very concert yesterday with some friends.
Yes, on purpose.
Yep.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. I can imagine it would have been a raucous time, but it's also not our thing.
1, 2. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah.
We definitely peaked it out.
Oh, yeah.
All we're doing is just making my job harder tomorrow when I have to edit this. But
At least you got some stop points.
this is so good.
Hell yeah. I'm trying to finish.
There's no reason that should be that good at 9 point.
Yep. That said, I've 9.9.
9.5.
9.5.
I'm 5. What's still 9?
Dolly Parton is this? Looking not too fast. You know, it could have been after a few of these that I read the 9.9 or 9.5. Either way, it's stronger and better than the Sweetwater Imperial 420. Mm-hmm. That's 9.1. It fights back.
It tastes like bong water.
Not that bad, but it basically tastes like a 420 plus vodka. It's rough.
Yuck.
Pantera is potentially to reunite actually they are reuniting for a 2023 tour with
with
Zach Wilde on lead guitar
and
Anthrax's Charlie Benante joining Phil Anselmo and Rex Brown. So a lot of people are not happy with that, but I'm like, you know what?
Do what you want.
Take whatever Pantera I can.
Well, the Abbott brothers are both unfortunately dead. So it's, the original James Bond theme composer, Monty Norman, has died.
At what, 94?
94 years old.
Cheers to that guy.
The original. We're flying through the news here.
That song's quite rad.
Dig it.
It is.
I've never watched Stranger Things, and prior to that, I never heard of Kate Bush nor Running Up That Hill. And
that's a good song, too.
Not digging it. And nor the cover. No.
Bro, I'm obsessed. That song is fucking good, dude.
But also Metallica's Master of Puppets, has come back into ether, which...
that was sick.
Back when I was first introduced to Metallica, it was during the Black Album era, so I kept hearing 80s Metallica's good. So the first actual Metallica CD I ever bought as a 13-year-old was Master of Puppets, and loved it.
I will say for Stranger Things, like me being a 90s baby, it will hit you guys in the fucking nostalgic gonads. Like, it'll fucking get you good. And it's such a vibe. Like,
Nostalgic Gonads would be a great punk band.
Yeah, dude. Nostalgic. You know what? Make that the fucking title. There. That's enough.
We just need to have a list of like punk band names because we've come up with quite a few over the years.
Yeah, it is. And the show itself, the story is great, but also it taking place in that particular part of time. They talk about like the big ass rise of shopping malls. Like, an entire season is based around that, but also like it ends up being about monsters and extra.
Would you say that Stranger Things is like a combination of the X-Files and the Wonder Years?
You know what? It's not far off.
Since that 80s show flopped after that 70s show.
There's a sheriff trying to figure shit out, trying to figure out what's going on. Like, you got law enforcement. You got
Nina Strauss, the guitarist, has quit Alice Cooper's band to play with the band of Demi Lovato.
Boo.
She'll get paid more. She'll get paid more.
Yeah.
She'll get paid more.
I keep seeing this name, but I have no idea
guitarist.
Who
some chick guitarist.
I mean the
Demi.
Give your heart a break. Give your heart.
I don't.
But they play it on Muzak. That's the only reason I know it because I hear it every fucking day.
I'd rather feed her Frankenstein.
You would feed her. Never mind.
It's an Alice Cooper song, actually. Did you ever see Wandsworth 2?
Yeah, but it's been a long time. Rage played their
You're not worthy.
Rage played their first live show in over 10 years with the backdrop that says "Abort the Supreme Court."
and then these dopes are complaining about, I like it better when we weren't political.
Like they were always
political. Were always a bunch of lefties.
We just forgotten our entire history somehow.
We haven't.
No, I'm saying societally, that's fucking nuts to see the full circle.
It appears the machine is upset.
Yeah,
they shut down Wall Street one day, y'all. Yes. They literally did that.
Yeah, apparently the machine is upset. It's being raged against.
Mm-hmm. Like,
I was kind of pissed off about the ticket situation, and then I found out that was kind of a flub. So, I don't know if y'all heard beforehand, the ticket prices were just insane, but it was because of gougers and scalpers.
The machine.
Yes.
So, it was the machine. Literally the machine. So, if you heard that news, it's fake news.
My last bit of news today is not fake news. Sum 41 frontman. This is going to be fun because this is going to be a good conversation topic.
The doctor told his mom he should have been aborted.
That's a good
Supreme
song.
Corded.
Amazing.
When you cross a river, do you wish to row or wade?
Sheesh.
I'll drown because I can't swim. Sum 41 frontman states bands should play tunes from their entire catalog, the hits and everything, regardless of how they feel about it, because the fans want to hear their songs. Which he kind of called out like Radiohead and stuff like that because they don't play anything off of Pablo Honey.
They discarded Creep for a hot minute.
Yes. Which Silverchair does the same thing. They do not play Tomorrow. The only thing they play off of the first album is Israel's Son. The only thing they play off the second one is Freak. They don't play any other songs. But I'm like, I understand. So Daniel Johns from Silverchair had said that was when I was in high school.
Right.
Those songs mean nothing to me now, and I cannot perform them live. To a point, I get it, but at the same time, it got you to where you came from.
Yeah.
So
Show them play the hits.
I think it's kind of it's a mixture because you have to respect the artist's intent in making those songs. Like, for instance, Creep is kind of a song. You're literally describing yourself as a creep, which I would have trouble.
Back when Guitar Rock Band Hero was a thing, I did a 100% on vocals of that song.
Yeah.
I'm not even a Radiohead fan, but can
Rock
nail
Band
it.
was the shit. Rock Band, I think that somebody, whoever is listening to this that has anything to do with video games, if you could make another Rock Band, that would unite the world.
Do you know what
I
one
think
of
that's
the most...
the closest we got outside of Pokemon.
We'll do it with synths and turntables and
We
stuff.
know
It's fun, dude.
DJ
Yeah.
Hero.
DJ Hero,
I think
literally.
That's a thing.
Heroin
a
Hero.
thing. It
Remember
is a
from
thing.
South Park? Remember Heroin Hero?
Oh my god!
Can't catch the dragon.
The dragon.
Oh my god!
Well, one of the most shocking things I ever saw, though, was Mrs. Yarzenbeck selling her Guitar Hero kit years ago because she was a massive fan of that stuff.
I've never
It's
played it.
Back when I first
my
met
God.
her,
AJ,
that
it's
was
the
all
funnest
we
fucking
did.
game
We
you've
had
ever
a
played in
friend
your
that lived
life.
near Birkdale, hanging out at Angie's place.
Think about music, but as a game.
Oh, I know. I'm not like that hipster where I'm like I don't understand. Like I see why it's. I've just never played it. I don't have the shit to
Right,
play
you
it.
have to buy $100 worth of equipment to play the
Dude,
game.
it
cheaper
would
than-
cost you fuck
cheaper
nothing on a
than that.
PS2 though. Like you have the PS2, like you're
True.
free to make your own mistakes and get your plastic guitars. Like
You know what?
Fair
They're-
enough, but if
they're
I
everywhere.
wanted to
Yeah.
play guitar, I could.
play guitar.
But if you want to play Guitar Hero, though, you can only do that in one place. That's Guitar Hero.
Fair, but I can beat that game. I can't. I literally can't beat guitar.
You know what, man?
It's always
or
Wait.
there's the alternative that is Rocksmith where it uses an actual guitar.
Yeah, and I've actually played that too because I was like, okay, I'm actually going to invest and see what's up because you had to pay $70 for the game and the cable. And it's a USB to
quarter-inch.
quarter-inch.
Yeah.
Yes, and it does work. You can tune your guitar really well. You can also play effects off of your TV set. It's fucking nuts. And it'll also teach you how to play songs. Will it teach you the fundamentals? I don't know. That's the problem. Like it teaches you how to play songs.
Yes.
But that's if you don't know the base the base underlying principles of shit, you're not
the theory. of it.
exactly.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been I'm a couple drinks in at this point, y'all. But thank you. Yeah, if you
That's
don't
how
have
I
that,
learned. I learned by playing tabs. So like,
I did too.
so I would go to Ultimate Guitar and I'd learn a song. The
Yep.
first song I learned how to play from start to finish
Tabs on
was
production now, man.
Outshine from Soundgarden. That was the first one, but it was in a different tuning and it was a different time signature. But you don't really pick up on that. And then I learned "Come As You Are." But as you learn, like I kept learning songs on tabs. I didn't know any theory, but then
Yep.
I would just start noodling and go, "Oh, that sounds like this.
It does.
That sounds like this." I was like, "Oh, then this song must go like this." And I was like, "Oh, I was right. Okay, that goes like this. These notes." And then you'll play like now I'll have like a loop playing of So I was like, you play a note, you're like, "That's not the right note. That's not the right key." So I don't read music at all. I just play by ear. When I hear something and it's not right, I was like, "That's not right."
Yep.
So move it up one more. Okay,
Yep.
yeah, that's right. And then start like. Everybody learns differently. Too.
It does.
I'm a self-taught guitar player.
Yeah.
And singer, but then I took singing lessons from the opera coach, which is the best thing I ever fucking did. So I feel like you should take singing lessons. You shouldn't necessarily take two. You shouldn't necessarily take guitar lessons because then you don't have your own style.
Yeah. And actually, we have very similar learning styles in that sense because it was tabs. I had a teacher for like a month, and she tried to teach me "Hey Ya" from Outkast. I was like,
Why
you
though?
fucking, and we paid you how much for this? Just literally, it's a couple of chords and nothing. And that's the entire song.
Yeah.
Actually, Icky Thump was the first song that I wanted to learn. That shit was a lot of fun. Like that wasn't the first song I learned, but it was one that I recall. Like, okay, I'm gonna sound this fucker out. I'm gonna figure this song out, and I did. It was simplified, but it was close enough to be like that's Icky Thump.
So
Like,
Steve, you don't play guitar at all, right?
There is a guitar in the house. It's been tuned, and I have no idea what to do with this thing. So look at it.
You're welcome. Okay,
Yep,
start whacking at it.
Well, between you and Callan's uncle restrung it.
right.
Yeah, it's in playable shape. Like, I don't know what to do with this.
You know
thing,
what's
but it
even
sure looks
better
cool in
is
the
when
corner.
you come home after doing all this and just start fucking around. Like, I'll just sit on the guitar and just like, it doesn't even have to be anything.
You like play you play guitar.
Just noodling
You do
around.
play guitar.
Yeah.
So do you not you play in like an E chord?
Yeah.
You know an E chord. So you play that. So since I'm self-taught, I play it. I got to show you because everybody thinks I'm weird, but I'm self-taught.
So you got a weird fingering for
Yes.
it. Yeah.
With that, and
Weird fingering.
Are we
Another
not,
band.
Are we not doing phrasing anymore?
I play them in order.
Okay.
Instead of that, that's the regular. I play it like this because when I was taught, it was like, oh, okay, it's 1, 2. So I was like, well, my fingers. So I play E like this.
Can I show you? Can I show you real fast?
Yeah.
I do. 1, 2.
Oh, that's an E. That's
Oh, yours like 1, 2, 2, right?
Well, E is 1, 2, 2.
She never mentions
True.
word addiction in certain company.
That's E sus 2. That's E sus 2. That's E sus 2. I even play my A minors like that. So it's instead of that, it's this.
Where's E though? Show me E real quick. You're covering 2 on both of those
You have to.
strings.
That's E.
I'm doing
that's
2
E sus.
with my middle.
Oh, you do?
Both strings with my middle finger, and then
How do you
yeah.
How do you?
Are
can't hit this.
wait? Are you saying you're flipping the?
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Mac,
yeah,
are you
got
saying
it.
you're flipping the actual birds?
flipping birds?
Flipping birds
I'm
on the
flipping
bird.
birds.
Yep.
I wasn't envisioning that correctly, but yes.
It's hard for me to explain that without
yeah.
actually doing it.
It's cool as shit though. Like, and it is cool how people just learn stuff.
I showed my buddy Brian Baker that, and he's like, "We can't be friends anymore."
Hey, if the chord gets played, it gets played. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
how,
Yeah,
you know?
that's how I learned it because
Yeah.
I didn't have any. Because I was like, it's
That's
that,
what's more
and that
comfortable.
my fingers are in this order, so it made sense to me to do it like that instead of the other way.
Right.
But my
Did you
ring
reinvent
finger's
the steel?
Really long too. So, but
Are you saying you reinvented the steel?
thank you. We're going back to
The
Pantera
art of
again.
the deal. Just this is
Uh,
big. Oh, that's
Was it Val Kilmer in the makeup for that atrocity?
I don't know, but you know what? No, it was,
Was
Johnny
he
Depp.
actually?
Oh,
it was Depp.
Oh,
that
no.
was.
Have you
yeah,
seen Val-
it's disturbing.
Have you seen Val Kilmer's interpretation of Jim Morrison?
In the Doors? It's been a while.
Oh,
Spot fucking on.
that's crazy.
It looks like he did the mannerisms, everything. I was like, you know what? And now Val Kilmer can't even speak under his own voice.
Bless him.
Dude, that sucks, man. Like, he wasn't the best Batman, but he's a damn good like.
Yo, he was in the new
Wyatt
Top
Earp.
Gun.
Was it Wyatt Earp?
Doc Holliday?
Yeah, he
And,
was like Doc
Tombstone?
Holliday
Yeah.
and Wyatt Earp. Yeah,
I think he was in the new Top Gun.
he was.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I gotta
Yeah.
watch that shit.
I've heard really good things about it.
I was about to say we are so if we're following any.
Well,
any
that's all the
skit-
news.
Are you
good,
saying
good,
we're
good,
in the
okay.
danger zone?
A danger
We're
zone.
148. We finally finished all the news. So do we? I had an idea for the last episode, but since you're here and the dynamic has changed a little bit, we can do a music topic. We can do a car topic.
I'd
The
like to-
car topic. What you would like to do?
I
What?
like a car topic.
I was going to do the best concept cars of all time.
I
Ones
got
that
you.
never were sold.
How much for
Gotcha.
a Y job?
I got
Tree fitty. So one of my favorite concept cars that was never sold was the Dodge Copperhead.
Yeah.
Do you remember that one, Mac?
No. I do.
Yeah.
I remember the
That
name,
was
but I
like-
don't remember what it looks like.
Like after, it was like supposed to be the baby Viper, right?
The Baby Viper. I don't know why I love it so much, but I really, really
I
do.
know what you're talking about, and I can't put in the words, but I understand why you would
There you
love
go.
such
I
a thing.
see it. That's fun. That's actually sick, dude.
Yes.
that is sick.
I really, really like that.
Okay, it's a split. I got a two for here. And actually, if you got another, I'd like to hear it because like it's hard to choose one.
Mhm.
You guys ever seen The Island with Scarlett Johansson and Ian? What the fuck? Obi-Wan. What's his name? That plays Obi-Wan.
Well,
Actually, I think that's McEwen.
Yeah.
Both of them. They live in this. Ewan McGregor. Jesus. Okay.
Ewan McGregor. I was going to say Ian McGregor. Look, I'm not a movie guy, so the fact that I got the McGregor part.
You nailed it.
No,
Ewan McGregor.
I did not nail it at 50. 50s don't get degrees.
You got half of it.
I'm taking that Doom.
Actually, because I said Ian. I didn't even say you.
You said Ian. I said Ian McGregor. Who is Ian McGregor?
Conor McGregor is less successful. Brother. Bless him.
It's an improper 12.
If Colin's brother married Colin McGregor.
Yeah. No, but there's this movie called The Island. Long story short, they escaped this. Actually, I'm not even going to spoil the movie, but
please do. I'm not going to watch it.
Part of the movie is this really sick car chase at the end of it. Well, close. It is from this billionaire's house. They pull this supercar out, which is a Cadillac CN.
Oh yeah,
yep.
I remember the CN.
Yeah, I'll remember this shit.
Yeah.
It was a 2-door. It looked like what a Lamborghini looks like, but it was a Cadillac Lamborghini. Pretty and. That thing was so visually oh my god,
Catergini sounds better.
Catergini. I realized I said two. I just remembered a third. That's
Catergini Diablorado.
Do y'all know about the
Diablorado?
I might have mentioned this on the previous podcast, so I'm not gonna.
Diablorado. Why don't you come to your senses? Although, to bring it back to music news briefly, apparently Rock and Roll Hall of Fame got busted for, quote, stealing Eagles lyrics.
Oh my God.
You fucking what?
But something about, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is under fire for having acquired stolen lyrics from the Eagles.
The Eagles will sue anybody, though, because
Also,
Don Henley's a fucking dick cuck.
The heat's still on. Never mind that.
That's
Glenn Fry's
Fry.
dead. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, the heat's still on. Never mind. Glenn Fry's dead.
Yes. Dude.
What were you saying? Go.
No, you were talking.
I was in the mix. Listen, there were two other cars I wanted to mention: the ME412 or the
ME412.
ME412, which was a Chrysler. Fucking nuts looking car.
That was pretty.
But also Honda's 50-year envisionment of what a normal passenger car would be like in like 2050.
I didn't say that.
It was a car that could change form. It could go from a car to a motorcycle to a flying vehicle.
Wait,
I'm not bullshitting. This was a transformer. They were saying
this sounds like it's straight out of Inspector Gadget.
And not only that, it was going to run on carbon.
Interesting.
So, like, they wanted to do some really buck wild shit. And this was a 50-year look into the future in the year 2000. So, like, think 2005 vibes. What do we want to do by 2050? They wanted a flying, fully, like, rechargeable vehicle, like, as it's driving. Like, it's recharging from carbon particles or whatever it's pulling in from, the ram air, but it's a car that could transform into like other automobiles
that runs on pollution.
Literally a car that runs on pollution. Exactly. No,
yeah.
Literally
So,
not even a joke. Exactly. And it could fly and it could turn into
Still
multiple
trying to recover
different
from
vehicles.
face pollution.
Crazy as shit.
Here is the 1957 Ford Nucleon.
Holy
goodness.
Fuck. That's sick.
That is cool.
I would actually drive that.
Listen to the specs on this.
It's how heavy?
The 50s were all about nukes, and the Nucleon was
5,000
Ford's
pounds.
idea for an Atoms for Peace powered car. The Ford Nucleon had a small reactor that would power the car for 5,000 miles without needing to refuel.
Yo.
You would pop down to the service station and have them exchange it for another reactor for another 5,000 miles.
Hey, spoiler alert, we should have been doing that with nuclear waste for the last 50 years.
Probably.
What the fuck were we doing?
It's all fun and games until you crash the thing.
True. That's why we weren't doing that. Never mind.
See also why hydrogen
didn't become a
Isn't,
thing.
they're trying, but it's not doing
To have
well.
that, it would have to be fully autonomous. Autonomous.
Mac, it's not the speed that kills, but the sudden stops that
Combustion.
do.
The 1963 Chrysler turbine car,
Fuck.
powered by a turbine,
Yep.
I dig it.
Jay Leno has one.
and it fucking looks cool. Like
J-Lo has one.
Jay Leno.
Jay Leno.
I was about to say J-Lo. Why?
J-Lo
Why
does
does
not
J-Lo have even Jay Leno having that car?
Yeah,
Why?
Jay
Well, Jay Leno has a lot of cars.
He has all the money, so
He
he can have
do.
all the cars.
He do have
He
all
probably
the money.
he probably has one of the straight EV1s as well.
The Pontiac Banshee,
Sick.
which
I always
looks
love that.
a lot like I don't know, C3 Corvette and a Opel GT had a baby.
Yep.
That's sick, dude.
Did you see Did you see
That's
the later
like
one that has a bubble roof?
Stingray offshoot
Yes.
for a video game. Like every Stingray that you ever see in a video game looks like that car because it's close enough, but not exactly.
One of my sessions is the 1970 Mercedes-Benz C111.
Does not
so
look like a Benz.
good,
Yeah.
That looks like a Maserati of the vintage.
Yeah, but they had going doors because I do love me some going doors.
The Ford Probe 3. It looks a lot like a Citroen.
Uh,
The
Is
Probe
that 81?
81.
Chief.
so they were attempting to thwart the Mustang
They were
that early
attempting
on
to
with
thwart
that.
getting laid.
Like Mike, fun fact: my cousin had an '89 Probe that got squished by a tree during a hurricane.
Really?
Yeah, I think it might have done him a favor. Those first gen Probes were not attractive.
No.
The second
know
gen
if
Probe,
that one is
however,
either.
was a real handsome devil. But the
Cat-
first one's ugh.
Cadillac 16.
I feel like I've heard about this car.
That is nasty.
Yep.
Oh hell yeah, yes.
Which is funny that back in the day,
that was in Midnight Club Street Racing. That's why I fucking know about
Nice.
that car.
prior to World War II, there was a 16-cylinder powered Cadillac
Oh yeah.
that the Great Race went through 15 years ago, and they had the Warner Brothers 16-cylinder powered Caddy there for like 1940,
No shit. I've
And-
actually seen one in person.
and the front seat, the front seating was leather, and the back seats were velour because leather hadn't yet caught on as being luxury upholstery then.
Ford GT90.
Dude, that car is
I
like
keep being disappointed that's not a real thing.
no bullshit. Those Cadillacs are like 40 feet long. They're the longest fucking cars, and I'm not exaggerating. Even like it's 30 to like 40
45.
feet.
Yeah, it's
It's a huge car.
it's bussin', whatever the hell that means.
It's
bussin'.
It is bussin'.
I'll need a translation later, by the way.
Bussin' is like, damn, this shit is the best. It is the creme de la creme, and it really is. You're looking at historical and modern luxury in one. Like if you sat in that car today, it is probably the most luxurious thing you've ever sat in because of the history, but also because it was still that fucking nice back then. Like
Did y'all see that Hoovie picked up a
for
49
aristocrats,
Cadillac?
bro.
A what Cadillac?
49.
Oh, Jesus.
It's amazing.
Dude, those cars are
Dude, and it's a resto mod too, so it has like the 500 cubic inch V8 under hood.
Jesus.
oh my
So
god, dude.
It's going to be an exciting way to die.
Yeah.
The problem to me is luxury in the 80s and 90s was comfort related. Now they view luxury as tech.
Yeah, it's all
I will
gizmetry.
argue that has been
Yes.
the case for longer. I think 90s were they, and actually no 80s they were tech related too.
You think so?
I do too.
yeah,
I
well,
sure do.
given that you have the early touch screens,
Like
so
yeah,
if you have
like the
yourself
really
a
cool
Buick Riata with the
yeah.
touchscreen CRT,
esque kind of dashboards that were
like
built
if that
in the
ceases
80s,
function,
like
you have no HVAC.
we
Yeah.
fucked up. I feel like there was a time that we toned things back down when we should have just kept going fucking nuts. From the 80s to today, we would have had different dashboards. Like,
Meanwhile, Mac,
yeah.
my meager Corolla hatchback has an automatic climate control system.
Ah, hell yeah.
Know what I don't need in my car? A dual zone automatic climate control system. I want to leave the air conditioning as low as possible and turn it on when it's above 80.
Yeah.
Like I don't need this to be adaptive because the obligatory Star Trek joke about divert all.
Yeah, divert all power to
yes.
to engines. Yeah. Divert power from life support to engines. Yeah, and that is normal. Actually, last weekend Zach was in town, and I fucking brought him with me. He was riding. It's like I'm turning off life support. Just fucking killed the AC completely.
So,
rolled down the windows.
It's good to see him last.
But Jeep is finally killing off models where you can't get air conditioning anymore. So air conditioning is actually standard now.
That said, the Wrangler is the last U.S. spec car that had AC optional.
And that's
cranks.
You can still get crank windows.
I'm curious if you get a base ass Frontier with crank windows still.
Maybe, but I would have preferred crank windows.
Yeah,
it's just less to go wrong.
Yep.
You never have to replace that. It will always work.
I've never had one go wrong, but it's always entertaining to see one go bad. Like often on Chevys, that gets derailed, and like the window should be about this, and then becomes a that.
Yeah. Not this. Or not this so much.
No.
But that.
But
this.
Yeah.
But that.
You can go with this. You can go with that. I will say the best bike concept I ever saw was the Dodge Tomahawk. Do you remember that one?
Yep. The V10 powered motorcycle.
Powered bike.
What an exciting way to kill yourself.
Yes.
Turbine bikes are even more of a fun way to kill yourself.
Do you have a suicide wish, but also a need for speed? We have the
Strap yourself to a fucking rocket.
The Aston Martin Bulldog from 1979.
Oh,
beautiful.
My.
Yeah.
Dude,
that looks
like the initial Saturn prototype with like all the lights in the front of it.
Like that submarine car off fucking GTA.
Yeah.
Sweet Lagonda.
There's a car on GTA that turns into a submarine.
Nasty. 2010 Audi Quattro Coupe. That looks good.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah,
that looks good.
That is what Quattro needed to be, but it was a weird bug before that. It was a weird Volkswagen bug prior.
Oh, the TT.
Yeah, the TT was trash, and I'm sorry we didn't call it when we saw it. Like it was good for the time, but looking back, they could have been so much better, and now it is.
Are you following the bad facelifts car page on Facebook?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Somebody put an Audi TT front on a Beetle. Oh, dear.
And it was the same fucking car.
Guys, look up the 1956.
I'm going to gouge my eyes after that one.
1956 Buick Centurion. Tell me that is not the baddest looking fucking Batmobile you've ever seen.
All right. Tab 13 going.
1956 Buick Centurion. That is nasty looking.
Yeah.
If that had came out in 1956.
It looks like a Corvette.
Dude, it would have out-Corvetted the Corvette.
That's a better looking Corvette.
But to me, with the Cadillac fins,
yeah.
But then also like the headlights being that low.
Yep.
It looks
that's
good, dude.
nasty
that's a
looking.
nice looking car.
I like that.
Getting low.
It's very aggressive for the time.
The Chrysler Atlantic? How have I never seen this?
Oh, dear.
Really?
I remember that one.
I don't remember this.
That was going to be like the Uber LHS car.
Ooh, the Ferrari 512 Modulo from 1970.
That Chrysler
God
Atlantic
damn
is
it.
fucking sick, dude.
Oh, dear.
That's a Ferrari from the 1970?
That's...
Ooh, hell yeah.
That's
yes.
a super sci-fi.
Give me that.
I'm pretty... Well, after...
Open door so you see a toilet.
After the James Webb Telescope was barfed up the other day,
Yeah.
I watched James Bond film Moonraker. By the way, don't.
Who was Bond?
It was the middle of the Roger Moore era. It's super cheesy. So anybody that's lactose intolerant should not watch this movie.
Unless you have a penchant for gluttony and punishment and something like that.
Deflate my joke. How dare you?
GMX Stiletto? That's awful, but cool. It looks like a stiletto.
It looks The heel and or the knife, yes.
I couldn't imagine having 20 feet of car in front of me steering something.
It is the quintessential cockmobile.
It's like driving a bass boat that's twice as long and using only the troller motor.
Let's see me trolling.
Jag CX-75 from 2010. That's nasty.
That styling definitely morphed into the F-type
or new
pace
NSX.
thingy, that too.
That's nasty looking. I like that.
That's nasty.
Oh, that's nasty. I've tried to find pictures of what the new Jeep's going to look like. The J whatever. I haven't found it because they run them so long that they don't even have a concept yet.
Are they actually going to name it a JW?
I think they should do JJ. They should do an AJ. If they name it an AJ,
Nice.
guys, right here, if the new generation Wrangler is the AJ model, I'm buying one.
Or if it becomes a JA, you would say yes.
Yes. Yes, I will.
Yeah.
Ooh, the 2006 Miura concept.
Looks a lot like Miura.
It's still
I
best looking car of all time.
appreciate that it doesn't have the dumb eyelashes.
Same. That was really stupid.
Yeah.
The Lincoln Futura now looks like a Batmobile because that's what it is.
You said Oldsmobile funny.
Mercedes, yeah, this is the C111 again.
Yeah, that's...
The Benz. The Nissan IDX. The Datsun 510 in rally version.
In other oddities I saw today
I kind of like that.
was everybody's favorite Nissan Frontier, the Suzuki Equator.
Oh, yes.
Like, I need to find one of those, get it, and make it wear a Datsun tag on it.
That would be the best thing ever.
I'd love to build an all-wheel drive electric base into my Civic.
Well, you know what? If you were to... This would be cool because let's build our perfect daily driver. Right
Yay!
now. Let's do that before we call it quits.
Before we wrap.
Yes. Your perfect daily driver.
DD.
We've never... It's
if you had every
funny after
capability
109
you
episodes, and this is 110, we haven't done this before.
Think of the best grand touring vehicle you could possibly fucking imagine. And give it all the components you need to.
I've
depends.
got a really quick thing that Car and Driver tried to build and had great difficulty doing it.
Well,
The Mazda Speed 5.
Us.
we all have different
Mazda Speed
needs.
5 instances.
Actually, we all have You work from home now exclusively.
Yeah.
You have the longest. I have the shortest commute, but I have to commute. But I also have gigs that I have to drive to.
Mm-hmm.
He has the longest commute. But we
Actually,
work the same schedule now.
You know what? Now that you
We all
mentioned
work
that,
the
I'm having to drive 25 each way, so it's like 50 a day.
That's going
Wait,
to...
you don't work for... Well, how many times a
So
week?
they're
It's-
talking about this next
it's
month,
going-
where you go
yeah,
back to
he
the
was
office.
talking about this earlier.
It'll be
It's-
150 miles a week, so we'll see about that. But just to say, like, yes, I will be commuting, but to your point, you're the commuter right now,
Yes.
for sure.
How many miles one way?
13 up, 16 down. The
Okay.
magic of a split median, so I have to
Right.
do stuff.
That's a bit of a haul too, though. Like that, and especially during traffic times, dude.
There-
It doubles the time.
There's not traffic times where
Good.
I'm going.
Good.
Yeah, that's
beautiful.
That's been, like,
That's what you. That's
He
why
has
you
a
have
reverse
16.
commute.
Yeah,
You know?
A reverse commute's where you're driving the opposite way. So
It
instead
is-
of living in the suburbs and driving to the city, he lives in the city and drives to the suburbs.
Well-
it's all Far East Mech to Bumsick South Concord.
Okay. Yeah.
It's the layout's different, but
yeah.
it's a minimum 30 miles a day.
Okay. Yeah. That's a lot of.
And mine is
It's a lot.
2.2 miles one way, so 4.4 miles round trip.
Yeah, but like trouble is that
With
left
gig.
turn
So
left
you're
turn
a
out of here
short
will murder
distance
you.
guy.
With gigs, I could be driving to Hendersonville
That's fucking long distance
on the weekends,
So, yeah.
too. But
You're hybrid.
Huh?
You're high.
Wrangler?
You're between long range and short
Yeah,
range.
you get shitty gas mileage or shittier gas
Yeah,
mileage.
you get really, really
I
god
average
awful bad.
17.
Yeah.
That's the average.
That's what my Ford Explorer got. It was a V8.
My car has no
beautiful.
off-road capacity, but it's decent on gas, and it's
Anyway.
Well, let's.
yeah.
Which one of us has the best idea of what their perfect daily driver would be?
I could give you a small sampling, see if I can kickstart
Sure.
some things.
Let's
All right.
spitball it.
So the chassis I'm on is a 20 nice a little spitball effect there. 2019 Civic Sport or Type R chassis.
You're doing your perfect. I'm
Yeah.
going to pick a perfect daily driver for myself.
Yep.
So you can go over what you want to, but like just pick the perfect shit out of every car
Yep.
and build yourself a perfect daily driver.
I'd say Audi all-wheel drive build, but also like maybe whoever has the best batteries, which you know what's kind of crazy is it's not Tesla. It might be the guys that are who are the ones that are building the trucks right now?
Rivian.
Rivian. Yo, I want their torque shit from their electric motors.
Yeah.
I'd like it to be all electric. I'd like to build solar panels into the roof, and on the body of the car, I make the entire body solar panels.
Mac, it sounds kind of like you want to build a Ford Ranger Lightning.
No, I don't. I want it to be like
He's gonna have a Ford Maverick Lightning.
I want it to be like
Maverick's not EV, but hybrid.
Yeah.
quintessential hatch racer. Every day on the
You don't want a
block
truck.
out here driving. No, I don't give a shit about a truck. No,
Okay.
I've driven an SUV and that was enough, and it was unnecessary. I didn't need it. So
Yeah. If you don't,
if
need
you
it,
have a
don't need it.
hatch, you could do all the same shit. I'm here to tell you.
Steve will agree with you.
He knows.
I like the ground clearance for
I-
only because
That's true.
only because I've played gigs where I don't know where I'm parking, and I don't want to have to worry about scraping or anything.
That's the only problem.
Yes.
Well, actually, there are
This is why
utility purposes.
this is why this is a good conversation, because we
Hydraulics.
all need.
Holy
I'm not
God.
building a lowrider.
Listen,
You need
Lowrider
a
Wrangler.
high- You
so
need
if
a
I
high
can
rider.
imagine
Lowrider Wrangler.
if it's a paradise car, you know, I would want like carbon bags. I would want carbon bags, airbag frames, like being able to raise and lower my shit without any failure rate at all.
So who
That would
built?
be beautiful.
So as far as build go, like, is reliability? Are you going to keep this car long term?
Hugely, dude. It has to be reliable.
So you're not going to lease it. You're not going to trade this car. You're going to build this car to last you 5 to 10 years.
This
Mac,
is a
say
car
whatever you
that I
want.
would hope to
This
drive
is
the rest of my
imaginary.
life and not be
This
sick.
is imaginary. This is imaginary.
This is a car that I would hope to drive for the rest of my life and not be sick.
Oh, the rest of your life. Okay.
Like no bullshit. I'm telling you, what would be the like?
It's gonna run on gasoline and whiskey.
Fuck yes.
I tell you,
Yes, I got some.
like it would be cool to have a car that is so cross compatible to all of these things that you don't have to get another car to be able to serve that need. Like that's what I'm thinking the ultimate goal is, like the hatch, being able to remove the roof so if you had to put something big as shit in there, that would be cool as fuck.
So
But
what
also,
you want
maybe make the whole thing
is a
fucking
GMC
solar,
XUV.
you know?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yes. Steve, you got an idea of what your perfect daily driver would be?
My initial go to was going to be the Car and Driver Mazda Speed 5.
The
where
van
they
with the
took
stick.
the van with the stick and the turbo.
Uh-huh.
Although, then wilder thought, Acura TSX wagon with a Civic Type R drivetrain.
Oh my god!
Amazing 6-speed
Dude.
manual.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's set up a GoFundMe for Steve.
I'd
Steve
see
needs
that.
a turbo
I'd see
wagon.
that happen.
To which I see these and
Steve
say,
needs a turbo.
go fund yourself.
Please, God. Someone buy him a turbo. Let's
I
go.
would take a Subaru wagon, Outback, lifted wagon, panoramic sunroof. I would take the Subaru engine out and I would put a Acura RDX all-wheel drive V6, 270 horsepower from like 2017. I would put that drivetrain in the Outback because it's a little shorter, a little lower than the RDX, but it still has the ground clearance and it still has all-wheel drive. That's probably what I would build. As much as I love Jeeps, but I would probably get way better gas mileage in the car I just built.
Mid-engine Civic. Same.
What you want is a Renault R5.
Yes.
Actually, yeah.
Or the Renault Clio that apparently Doug DeMuro is never dropping that video that everyone's going apey about that one.
Crazy as fuck.
How about the car I have now, except I get twice the gas mileage?
What you want is a Turbo 4.
So
that's the next gen.
I
yeah,
know,
that's
wait, how many miles do you get
to
to the tank? Would you say
It depends on the driving.
Is it 300? Is it 200?
It's over 300.
It's gonna be 300 or 400. It's just a big tank, shitty mileage.
I get 300 some odd to my tank. Tops.
But my tank's 19 gallons.
I got 10 gallon
Yeah.
tank. Yeah, it's all a matter of perspective. That's why I was curious. Like,
I would hope you've got like at least 13.
But also,
mine's a 14, and the most I've ever put in it was 12.9 back
I
during
would
that
love
gas
to put-
crunch.
I'd put a 17 in this motherfucker, like the TL had.
Yeah.
Boy, I could drive that thing for a while without having to get gas, and I kind of miss that. But it's fine. It's whatever.
if I didn't have gigs, I have no commute.
Bro, you need a fucking daily.
So I'm glad you said that.
Keeps kicking that idea around.
I'm glad you said
You
that.
need a fucking
Well,
daily.
I'm
Did-
glad.
Did you see the fire truck? Those candles didn't stand a chance.
That's the
I
mileage that man's getting
I
his goddamn
am
fire truck out here.
Very, very seriously
Yeah.
considering trying to find a 90 to 95 Honda Acti van, right-hand drive, to drive to work and back, and in town, gigs in town, driving it in town, and then if I have to drive more than I'm comfortable driving, a right-hand drive,
sweet
carbureted,
Odyssey,
carbureted.
That's still carbed.
Uh-huh.
Oh dear.
So
early 2000s Odyssey. Get wheels for it. Get
no,
good
I want
suspension for
to.
it.
No, I want. I'd rather have the Acti.
Slam it to the ground.
Steve, would you rather have the
Angle them
Acti or the
shits.
Odyssey?
If it's like the Isuzu Oasis era one,
Acti? What
I
is
will
that?
have
Honda Acti.
tiny van.
Acti van. Just type in Honda Acti van.
ACTY.
Oh, I'd put ACTI. I put the Honda Activa, which is a scooter. ACTY.
The Honda Activia, which is
There it
A
is.
yogurt.
yogurt.
That shit is actually so awesome.
you
that's
can-
the
you can-
coolest van. Dude.
So-
yeah.
I wouldn't get in that color because I've wrecked every silver Honda I've ever owned. But with
Yep.
you could fold all the seats down and sleep in it.
That's
Yeah.
gray.
No.
All
All
I
right,
know.
so you're gonna have to learn some new technology, but Volkswagen Eurovan has the
I'd rather have the Acti.
most space per capita.
I know.
It is
However,
the size of a
you get-
continent. in there.
However,
You can get a 5-cylinder stick shift, only a 93 though, stateside.
it gets you a VR6 in it.
Yikes.
She scoots,
Dude,
I will trust Honda carburetors over fuel injected
I would as well.
Volkswagens.
I would as well.
Yeah.
I would as well, but I'll tell you, the
Dude,
Eurovan was by far the best van that I've driven.
The Acti is a mid-engine van. The engine is
That's
what the
Under-
Previa is this?
yes, under the rear seats.
ah.
And it's a 668 cc.
Yeah, but whatever
Okay.
the minimum
it's
two
under 1 liter.
2/3 of a liter for
It's a 5-speed
blah,
manual.
blah
Under
thingy.
1 liter. You can fold all the seats down completely flat. I can sleep in the back and make it over. I can go camping in it
So is
for
the
like
fit,
$6,500, $7,000.
so is the fit
Fuck yeah.
before the fit to do salacious things that you can do in a fit.
Except I can take it to Cars and Coffee,
Uh-huh.
You
and
could.
everybody would love it.
They would.
Yep.
And I would love it.
I would love it. I would want to sleep in it.
And the thing is, with right-hand drive cars, yes, also
Yeah, so I'm going to sleep in your van outside. Yep.
fine by me.
Cool.
Then you're not sleeping in the van.
We're
Yeah.
having a cuddle puddle. The pedals are the same. So the gas is on the right, brakes in the middle, clutches on the left.
Interesting.
The shift pattern's the same. First, second, third, fourth, fifth.
But it's
That's the
left-handed.
same.
Yeah.
Yes. the turn signal and brake, or the turn signal and wiper stalks are switched.
You what?
So if you're turning left in a right-hand drive car, you flip it up because it's that way, and it's right.
No, I don't like that.
That would be
Well, thing is, at least the
I'd be
significant
turning on
controls
wipers
are
and turning
changed.
all the time.
All right, darn, I'm going to murder my wiper blades, but that's
I'm turning
That's
left,
terrible.
guys. It's not raining.
doesn't matter.
I'm totally thinking because it has 12-inch wheels and the tires would be cheap. It'd be cheap
if you
to
can find them.
Get some bike
You're going to
tires.
be fighting every Ford
lift it.
Festiva owner.
I would lift it. I would
this side of the
I'd lift it and put
Mississippi.
I'd put 14s on it because I'm a
Ooh.
decadent
And then his
capitalist.
fucking mileage goes down
dare
to
you.
2.
Yeah.
He's got the mileage of that whole rover thing that moves NASA rockets from the building site to the launch site. He has that kind of gas mileage after he lifts that thing.
45 miles per gallon in the Acti.
Actually, it'd still get
Goodness.
a good 20 after you lifted it.
Yeah.
It'd still get good
Yeah, I watched a
mileage.
video about the Element that you could get this thing lifted. It's like, that's going to murder everything.
51 horsepower out of that engine.
My God.
But
That,
if I'm just
sturdy.
driving it to work and back,
yeah.
or in town gigs, or to pour and back, or
Yeah.
it'd be cool as fuck, man.
Honestly,
It'd be
buy
really
a go-kart, dude.
cool. I can't drive that on the street.
Put some turn
Shouldn't.
signals and some lights on and some mirrors on, and you're good.
I'd rather have the van because it's
True.
I don't know
Utility is
covered.
Because it still has
Covered
air
by
conditioning. Therefore, your
insurance.
51 horses
It
become
does.
20.
Just 20 horsepower.
Actually, this would not be the city to drive a go-kart in either.
No.
Probably die immediately.
My neighborhood does have the stray golf cart and or trail bike.
I
running
get dirt
through it,
bikes
and
and
it's
ATVs.
it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I would still like to have a bike, but the missus is very against that. And now I have to renew that license that I just got.
And
Or-
it's
or
too
is-
it's too crazy of a city for motorcycles too, though.
Or as
you
my
know?
buddy Brian Baker had said, he said, the current way your face is arranged is my favorite way I've ever seen it.
I would agree. And
Thanks,
and how
Brian.
your head is arranged on your body.
That's fair.
Yeah.
God damn, dude. And like I think about Terrence, my buddy, like every time because he Rocky River Road, not far from here. It's where I grew up. He is just coming from a stoplight. Somebody just pulls out of the church parking lot. He goes over a Taurus. Like this motherfucker just pulls out into the street. He just goes straight over it after he hits it.
Stop going to church.
Problem
solved.
Listen, like
Yeah.
it has almost killed one of my dearest friends. I'm
Yeah,
just like, yo, in Charlotte,
Nobody can be cooler than Terrence.
yo, and he knows about a car and he knows about a bike. He knows about things on wheels. Like if someone that good is getting fucked up by just nobody, then what chance do any of us have? Like you're not gonna. It's not safe.
Like they keep saying,
Get
it's
a
like,
car, get a cool car in Charlotte, but just like bike wise, I'm sure there are people like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, but
hey,
they
my,
also
my,
have
my last one I
almost been
crashed
run
was
over by
exactly
somebody in
cool,
the
but it
last
saved my
30
life,
days.
so I got another one.
Yeah,
I want to.
I have an attractive Econo box, but it's not a cool car.
I've almost been run over in a car 4 times in the last 3 days in this fucking city. So, like,
I want to swap the drivetrain from a Taurus SHO into a Renault Clio and call it the
yeah.
Clitoris. I'm here all day, guys. It's my house.
Is that the show? I think that's the show.
That might be the show. All right,
Nice. Well
Mac.
done.
Thanks for coming back.
Good chat.
How did you like the juice
this
force?
does actually taste like orange juice. That's the
At
kind of crazy
9.5%.
part. It's
It's
fucking good.
it's
And
loud enough to knock it
doesn't
down,
hit
man.
you at 9%. That's
So,
nice.
Salsa tomorrow?
Yeah.
I'm there too.
Yeah, I'm off tomorrow, so let's book
For
it.
what reason?
Family.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got to work tomorrow, but work is a loose interpretation because I didn't rage quit, but Friday I rage left, and I went, I'm going home. Y'all can fend for yourselves because I was so frustrated because it was just like the last store I was at. Hey, you're good at your job. Why don't you do everybody else's for them too? It's exactly the same thing. I'm like, I didn't step down to do this.
Nope.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. I just didn't. And I'm going to have that conversation tomorrow. Be like, I left the last store because I had to do the same shit I'm doing here, right? Even though it's Monday through Friday, I I didn't sign up for this. So that'll be a conversation for tomorrow.
That's not my job.
Hey, listen, jobs are replaceable, y'all.
Job. And we're replaceable at our jobs.
But
they
also
like us,
we can find other things that'll pay us just as well too if they decide not to play ball. So it's a two-way street.
I've got gigs coming out my ass.
Hey.
And you know what?
That's what they say.
I don't. It's not my thing to like boast but like the last weekend was the best weekend I've had in music in a long time. So I made like $800 in tips and everything. And so like no, I'm not gonna just keep doing this shit for you when I can make more money doing this.
And not only that, I'm actually really excited about the prospect that you could make $800 a week as an artist.
A weekend. That was 3 days.
Weekend as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that's been sorely lacking in these last couple years. I feel like it's all work based, no creative based kind of pay. So that's fucking sick. That's exciting. And you know, yeah, you work what you were paid. And then, if you're not paid enough, find something else that you should be paid enough.
I am paid, but I don't get paid to do everybody else's job anymore.
100%.
That's the problem.
Actually, that's a huge problem with.
It's like if they suck, hold them accountable. Don't have me fix their fuck ups.
Yep.
If I'm finding out of date shit from February,
Yep.
in a dairy department,
That's a problem.
That's a problem. I'm sorry, I don't want to help out.
Having to pick up because of a lack of
I don't want to help this person out if you're not going to hold this person accountable.
That's a problem.
Like, I'm sorry. February that's
we call that one the dairy air.
Yes. Alrighty. 110's in the books. Mac, thank you for having us. It's not
Thanks
your house.
for having me.
You're welcome for us to have you.
Thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure.
And
thanks for being here doing a thing with the stuff, man.
100%.
Let's do this clockwise. He's Mac.
I'm Mac.
Let's try this again. We're going to do this clockwise. He's Mac.
And then I'm Mac again. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
We're clock stupid.
He's Mac.
He's Steve.
And he's AJ.
And we are done. And 110's in the books. Triple ones are coming up in 2 weeks.
Like whatever, man.
Yep. And
rock and roll.
Bye.
Toodles.